We're live.
I'm going to stare at the camera for a moment because I know what happens is usually there's like a delay between us going live and people actually starting to watch.
I'm going to treat you like one of the cats.
All right. So good evening, friends. We are back. It's been a little while. We hope you've been well. I hope that you have been enjoying this great weather we've been having here in Rochester. And if you are not having great weather wherever you're watching us,
We're sorry.
we're sorry. We hope that the weather improves. We have returned to the table. We're missing one at the moment. Young Jess, our druid Elsa, is at camp right now, but she will be back probably by our next session in a couple of weeks. But young Everett, who plays Crash, the fighter.
Hello, I'm not on camera, but I'm still here.
Yes, we were afraid of that.
Dang.
Young Abby is here, who plays the halfling monk Clementine. Ariana is here, who has the tiefling ranger Doris. And McKenna, our formerly Scourge fallen Asimar, but now Protector Asimar Asra, back from the dead and ready to party. Miss McKenna, good to see you.
Hello.
All right, how's everybody doing today?
Good.
All right. When we left our friends, they had ranged out to a old hermit hut out in the wilds where they were trying to investigate to see if the hermit was safe. And it turned out that the hermit was just fine. He was safe from the zombie attack because he was the one behind it.
Dun, dun, dun.
So while they were trying to accost the hermit, they were accosted by the hermit himself, who has been throwing spells from within his hut, as well as attacking our party with random zombies. So the kids are working on the zombies right now.
I did something on my own.
Yep. So Crash has been working on some stuff, and he's currently caught in a fog cloud, not quite sure where to go because he can't really see what he's doing at the moment.
Yeah, because a person sees me as a threat because I killed something.
Right. And they have lost sight of their friend the hermit. We'll just call him what he is, the necromancer. And I need to reestablish initiative. I don't think we had that written down somewhere. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a fresh initiative.
What was Jess's spell points?
Can you pass me a paper towel, please?
You have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, she's still first level.
Yes, we should need to update that character sheet too.
Yep.
Because you guys would have the same spell chart. That's the nice thing is that in previous editions, everybody had all the different caster classes had different kind of approaches, but now it's just been streamlined.
Initially, it was 2 cantrips for her and 4 first level spells, and she could cast 2 of them. So she's like 4 spells, but 2 times a day. I need to go upstairs and get my player's handbook because my D&D stuff from your house that moved here and things like that is in the living room.
There's a player's handbook right up there if you want to grab it. Are you not allowed?
No, I'm allowed, but I'm just not tall enough to grab it. Will you grab it for me?
Please, excuse me, I'll be right back. If there's an inadvertent butt shot, I'm really sorry. It's not that much to look at.
I'll go like this.
There you go.
They get my ring instead.
Right.
Thanks.
Welcome. All right, so, ladies, gentlemen, initiative.
Isn't that rolling the d20?
Yes.
D20 plus your initiative bonus. Remember, the initiative is in that middle block up top.
13.
14.
19.
Okay, so you said 13?
19.
19, Crash. 19, Clementine.
13.
Doris.
10.
Doris is a 10. It's Doryis because you just had to be that way. That's cute.
It'd be easier if it was just
All right, Doris and
D-O-R-R-I-S.
Asra.
14.
Asra's a 14.
Elsa has an 11.
Elsa is an 11. So the person who's not here rolled better than Doris. Very
Of course.
good. Just for the record, the bad guys came in with a 7, so they will be reacting last in this particular altercation.
Yeah.
The druid tonight will be played by one of the DMs.
I'm
That's
happy
why
to
you're
be
here.
first again.
What's that?
Last time I wasn't first. Now I'm first again.
There you go.
It's going to happen. You know, it's interesting to me, and I've been toying with the idea of bringing this particular nuance back. It kind of slows things down a little bit, but it makes it more interesting in terms of tactics. Back in the day, first edition and second edition, you had to roll initiative at the top of every round. because there's an opportunity that, okay, fine, Doris didn't do so well this round, so she's a little slow on the draw, but she might have been able to maneuver herself into position, and now she's got the jump on the bad guys in the next round. But we're not going to do that to you guys just yet. That would be fun, but only for me, which should be convincing enough. Anyway, moving on. All right, Crash Gordon.
Yes.
You are standing in the middle of a fog cloud right now. You really can't see anything around you. It's kind of mid-afternoon, so you can see kind of a filtering of sunlight above you, but the fog is pretty thick, and you hear the sounds of battle off to one side of you, but you cannot actually see anything at this time. What do you do?
I'm just gonna ask this as a question. Is it possible if I can use my hearing to guess which way they are and try and
perfectly
shoot in that
fine.
direction?
What I'm going to have you do is you're going to roll a perception check at disadvantage. So you're going to roll 2 20s. You're going to take the worst roll, and you're going to add your perception bonus to that.
Where's my perception?
It's going to be lower down on the.
Okay.
There you go. You nailed it.
Perception.
Good stuff.
I got a 10.
A 10 and a
10.
Okay, so I need you to make the choice. Are you going to be taking the 10 or the 10?
10.
You're going to take the go. It's going to go with the 10. All right, so add your perception
2,
bonus.
So that's 12.
12, and it's not that hard since they're relatively close. With your hearing, you can take a moment, take a breath. You're like, okay, they're that way. So you can figure out kind of a rough direction.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you, do you want to move towards your companions?
I'm going to move a little bit closer because the closer I am to them, it's going to be easier for me to shoot the enemies.
All right. So how far are you going to walk right now? Pick a
I'm
number
gonna
between
walk
5 and 30. Don't look. Just think. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How far are you going to go? You're gonna use
to
your
the edge of the fog because that's as far as
Okay, so you're going to walk out of the fog. Roll a d6.
No, that's a D4.
Mm-hmm.
D6.
Okay.
3.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to come right to about here. Okay. You're coming out of the fog. You're starting to see somebody. You come right in. You're right behind. That's Doris. You come right behind Doris. You see her tail. You see zombies on either side of her. Actually, no, Doris is over here. So this, I believe, is McKenna. Yep. So that's Azra here. So you're coming in behind Azra. You've got Doris and kind of sort of in front of you. They're flanked by zombies on either side of them. There's a bunch of zombies in the back. And you do see Elsa and you do see Clementine. What's that?
Can I see both zombies on the side of?
Yeah, you can see both of them.
Okay, which one can I see more? Because I'm gonna
probably this guy right here.
I want to take a shot at that guy in his neck above.
Well, you can't call it. I'm going to tell you right now. Called shots they're very, very difficult, and I don't think you're high enough level to deal with them just yet.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot him.
Okay, that's your best bet. You see him, pop him.
So D20 and a D8. 12. So I'm using my bow. 17 for the.
Okay. So what'd you roll for your attack?
17.
A 17?
Yes.
Okay, you may roll your damage.
Okay.
You have struck the zombie.
7. So 10.
10 points?
Yep.
Okay. I just gotta remember which one that was.
I was shooting this one.
I'm just going to attribute to that one. Okay, very good. Crash, you come out of the fog. You find a target and you put an arrow in it. Nicely done. Very complete round. All right, my next friend will be Azra.
Oh, yay.
Azra, you are an arrow just came boom, jetting past you on the left and plunks into the zombie to your left. You got one on either side of you. One looks like it's more dealing with Doris than you, but the other one, the one that just took an arrow, is definitely focusing on you at the moment.
Okay. So let's hit that one with the mace then.
Okay.
This. We got a 16. No, I have. So does the 16 hit? And then I have to roll.
You're going to roll it out. Well, you have a mace, right?
Yeah.
Would we roll up right on them for that one for damage?
I just rolled if it hit or not.
Right, but did you have a D6 or a D8 for mace damage?
I have a D8, but that was a D6.
That's the double diamond one.
This one?
That's it, right there. Perfect. And then roll your that and add the damage bonus to it.
12.
12 points?
Oh.
How are you doing +4 on damage? What's your strength?
My strength is a plus. Wait. Yeah, it's a +2.
Okay, so what'd you roll on the die?
I rolled an 8.
Okay, 8 + 2.
Oh, I had my attack bonus at 4.
So you 10-point smash to the zombie that just got hit with an arrow.
Okay.
That's a palpable hit, but I just wanted to make sure the math was right.
Yeah.
All right. That is brutal. And that fella crumbles to the ground.
Yay.
Let's see. So 10, 6, the DC. Okay, I ain't going to do anything about that. All right. So you got your shield and you just swing around, pow, just crush it, and it goes crumbling, but down to the floor it goes. All right, for our next contestant from the lovely state of Maine, Clementine, the halfling monk of Doom and Chocolate.
Yeah.
You have a zombie in front of you that you were wailing away at in the last session.
Yeah, I'm gonna snatch his kneecap.
You're going to snatch his kneecaps?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check to see if you steal him without him noticing. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, roll your attack.
Oh. Got a 7.
A 7.
No, wait. 8.
An 8? Okay. Fortunately, you do not snatch his kneecaps in this particular round. Would you like to do anything else at this point?
No.
Okay. Very well. All right. We're on to... it's time to let it go.
Okay. I'm still looking at how spells work, but.
Mhm.
Okay. Where is Let It Go?
She's right here. She's got 2 with 1 coming in behind her.
Okay. Let It Go is going to try to use Thornwood.
Okay. Her tried and true go-to
Does
cantrip.
she have to move back 5 feet?
Nope. She can just smack somebody right in the face with it. She's not going to be able to move anybody around because it's already right in front of her. But she can make some leafy deadliness.
I'm not thinking an 11 will hit, will it?
Let me check. I think that might not do it, but let me just be safe. I shall be safe to understand. I do not. Yeah. Plenty. That will hit.
We'll take 5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage. Okie dokie. All right, so also. Doris! Doris, the Exploress.
I'm gonna take my short swords out.
Okay, she's ready to rumble. She's got the blades in either hand. She's going to take a swing.
18.
18 will hit. And a 17. So there's 2 hits. You're going to roll your damage dice twice. 5. 5 plus you're using dexterity. So you can use your dexterity bonus on that.
Okay. So 5. So that's 9.
Okay.
And 7.
Okay. 9, 7, 16.
Yeah.
On which one? This one here?
Yes.
Okay. Tanya Fabulous.
Yeah.
Roll me a 20-sider, please.
Let's make sure that it's. Come on. 11.
11. Okay. Thank you very much for that piece of information. All right. Now the boys in blue are going to retaliate. This one comes walking up behind Doris. What's your armor class there, Sweet Pea?
My armor class is 17.
Okay. You feel this boom hit behind you. You're like, you don't take any damage because it doesn't hit you hard enough. But you said, what was your AC again?
17.
17. Yeah, I rolled a 16. So you got hit, but your armor takes the brunt of the force for you. So you're like, but you know somebody's behind you now.
So your armor's just like a tad bit dented.
What do we got for an AC for Elsa?
15.
15. She's missed twice. And Clementine.
15.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. She gets missed. You, like Doris before you, feel the contact as the zombie kind of reaches down and you're able to kind of like block it with your monk dope monk skills.
Does he fold like half over, just like to hit me?
Kind of bends over a little bit, but he just kind of flops an arm. And then when he realizes that wasn't going to work, he kind of pulls the arm off and tries to beat you with it.
So he's just like,
I can't reach.
The number is spelled now.
No, I can.
Your cleric level, which is 2.
All right.
Is where I'll second
With
level.
that said,
Did you level
you're
yours?
already back to the top of the order. What's
Did
that?
you level them
me.
or no?
I leveled them to 2.
Okay.
I haven't given 3 yet. Have I?
No,
I didn't think so. I know I've been out of it.
Yeah, so put level 2 on it.
we're only
So,
at 150
The number of
experience points.
spells. you
All
can
right,
prepare
so,
is your level
Crash.
plus your wisdom modifier.
You've got
So you prepare
several
5
targets.
spells.
However, you're probably going to want to do a little maneuvering because most of your companions are kind of in the
So
way
the
of the
spells-
targets.
The
would be 3 cast.
And while you're
But
good,
you can
he
prepare
ain't that
5.
good yet.
Check your Walmart though.
There's a feat you can take called Sharpshooter, which allows you to ignore cover. So you'd then be able to start you'd be able to put a couple of arrows over Elsa's shoulder into a zombie with her in the way.
How do I get
You'll be able to
sharpshooter? Is it
prepare
just like a
6
skill
spells.
advancement, or do I have to like
It-
go
It's
through
you know how it
spells?
when your class at your class
So
level
you could
4,
say you
8,
could
12,
prepare
16, it says
second
ABI or
spell.
ASI ability score improvement.
Mhm.
When that
5
happens, when
first
you're
spells.
leveling up and you see
And you
that
can
feature
cast
on your
first
class
level and
list,
a
and everybody
higher
sees that at the 4, 8, 12,
Okay,
16,
Can
20
you
mark.
send that to me so I can
You
keep
can
it on
choose
my
to
sheet?
put plus 2 into one of your stats, or you can put plus 1 into 2 of your stats. Or you can scrap that bonus to your statistics and take a feat.
What's a
A feat is a special combat,
so it's like
bonus.
a special ability. /
right?
bonus.
Like I was just
So-
mentioning, Sharpshooter.
To prepare the list of
Sharpshooter
spells,
allows you
You're
to
going to choose a number of cleric spells equal to your
pick a
wisdom
target out that
modifier
might be
and
hiding
cleric
behind
level.
cover.
Okay.
So
Also,
and
as you
then,
level up
for example,
with
for
Sharpshooter,
third
you
level
can
cleric,
choose
you
to
get
take
4
a
first level and 2 second
5-point
level
penalty
spell
to your
slots.
attack roll.
So they're
But if you hit,
telling
you do 10 more points
third
of
level, you
damage.
get 4 first and 2
So right now,
second
what's your total plus hit
spots.
on your bow? It's plus
plus 5.
5.
If
So you could just say,
prepare
okay, if I have Sharpshooter,
level
I'm
cure
taking a
wounds,
flat
you can
roll.
cast
I'm
it
just
using
whatever
first
comes up on the
or second
dice
level
is going to be
spot.
my roll. And if you
It
hit,
doesn't remove it from
you're
your
not gonna
list of
do a
prepared
D8
spells, but
you're not
you
going to
can
do
cast
just
it
a
either
D8
first level or
plus
second level.
whatever your bonus
Okay.
on damage is. You're going to do a D8 plus your bonus damage plus 10. So you can almost double your damage on the arrow with Sharpshooter. All right.
So it's like, say they're hiding behind a boulder, you aim your bow up and like shoot over the boulder.
Well,
and
if
hit
they're
them.
totally behind a boulder, no, that's going to be stretching it a little bit. But
If you can like see a glimpse of them past someone's shoulder,
Like right
then
now-
you can hit
like
them.
right now, you'd be able to take this guy out with no problem because you'd be able to fire like through under Elsa's arm or through her legs or just over her shoulder or something like that.
However, you have a big obstacle completely blocking them from your view. You will not be able to hit them.
Yeah, if you can't see him in any way, shape, or form, you can't hit him. Period.
Okay, what's their hit damage? Like, what do I have to like roll higher, like to hit?
What
the
their armor
zombie?
class is?
Elsa
Yeah.
was able to hit at 11.
Okay,
She rolled an 8 and just missed.
so I'm gonna say it's like 9 or 10.
Good pick. All right.
So
So, like I said, though, you right now that whole talk about feats that was just kind of a sidebar while we're teaching you stuff. So you don't actually have that obviously at the moment.
okay.
So if you choose to fire at the one in front of Elsa right now,
You
there
will.
is a chance you're going to put that and sink that one right into Elsa's shoulder.
Elsa, man!
She would just like beat me with her mate. No, with her thorn.
She would turn into a bear and then beat you.
Oh, she can.
She can now.
She
Okay,
can turn into a magical beast.
I'm gonna shoot at the one through the short one because I think I have a better view of that one.
You know what? That's a good call. You have a
And she's
halfling in
short.
front of a zombie. You could take advantage of that. That was clever. That was good thinking.
If you hit me, I'm killing you.
Do that on your own time at home.
Okay.
Go ahead, roll your attack.
9 plus 14.
You will hit.
Okay, now I gotta do 3 plus 3, so 6.
Okay, 6 points of damage to the one in front of Clementine.
I shot it in the kneecaps.
And you can't shoot it in the kneecap. Clementine's in the way. Okay. So that little thing is done. We're back to Ezra.
I'm gonna use one of my spells. I'm
Okay.
gonna use guiding bolt.
Nice.
Just gotta figure out which one.
Guiding bolt, you're going to roll a d20 plus your spell attack bonus. which is your wisdom bonus plus your proficiency. So I think that's a 5 for you right now.
Yeah. So I got an 11.
Okay.
And plus the
5.
11 plus 5.
16.
So 16?
Yeah.
So the guiding bolt comes streaking down from the sky, nails the zombie. Which zombie are you firing at, by the way? Red, or white?
Which one has like the most damage? Like that still has the most damage, or
I'm gonna.
No hit bars,
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, there's no hit bars.
oh yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, if they're missing half their hit points, I say it looks a little bloody. If it looks like he's about to fall, I might say he's looking really rough.
yeah.
Stuff like that. Here's something you know about guiding bolt. Guiding bolt does 4d6 of damage. It's going to hit for anything from 4 to 24 points of damage.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So wasting it on something that has 3 or 4 hit points left might not be effective. And you can do whatever you want. If you want to hit one that looks rough and crush it, go for it.
I was gonna say the one that looks the more good,
Mhm.
not rough.
Okay, then that would be the
Or
white
not
one behind
so
Doris.
damaged.
Yes, the
Yes.
not so damaged one.
The freshest looking one there is,
Yeah.
as far as zombies can look fresh.
So the one with the less
The least, yeah, the least
the
amount
less
of
yeah.
cuts.
These amount
rotation.
of
Like,
gouges. in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
gouges and cuts
the
and
one
slams.
that's not rotting.
So
as
go
much
for the
as
one
others.
behind Dory.
D4.
It's going to be a whole quest line, finding Dory.
This one, right?
Nope.
No, D6.
D6 are the
These
regulars.
Monopoly dice.
Yeah.
And you roll it 4 times.
Okay, so we got a 1 the first time.
Okay, that happens.
2 the second time.
So we're
Whoa.
3.
We're at 3. Roll big.
2 again.
Okay, 5.
2 again.
Okay,
So-
7
Maybe you
points.
should
Lucky
just, like-
number.
Where's your
Here.
Oh, thank you. So nice.
All right. So the nice thing about guiding bolt is that now that zombie is radiating light. So whoever wants to try and hit it in the next attack on it is going to have advantage because you can see it so well. That's the nice thing about guiding bolt. Not only does it do damage, but it actually highlights the creature for the first attack afterwards. So whoever's going to hit it next will have an advantage.
and it's that white one, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The white bathroom tile. Which takes me to our beloved little psycho monk, Clementine.
I want the kneecaps. Again.
Go for the kneecaps. Go for the kneecaps, Boo. Go for the kneecaps.
Knee biter.
Knee biter.
Ah,
Oh, no.
don't
Nice
worry.
down.
You got it?
Lap.
You got it? Good job.
17.
Looks like you got some kneecaps. Go ahead and roll some damage there.
It's like took a chunk out of the kneecap.
7.
That is enough to knock it down. Tanya, roll a 20-sider for me, please. And you are holding a kneecap.
You just took your knife.
Clementine
and
has
started
begun
cutting
her patella
like,
collection.
Mine now.
Oh,
I don't
great.
got a knife. I use my
Did you give me
fingers.
15?
15, thank you. Okay. All right. And now we are on to Elsa. Let it go, let it go. Let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it
I
snow.
think that's
Try
from the movie
Thorn
Elf.
Whip again.
Have you seen what?
Come on.
The movie Elf, not Elsa.
Oh,
Like
I don't like
Frozen.
Will Ferrell, so no, I don't watch Elf.
Does a 9 hit?
Barely.
Barely?
Barely.
Oh.
So 9 is the damage.
Congratulations. Don't Captain Metagame.
I can't remember what Thorn Whip was.
Is anybody watching
I
this at
just
the moment?
looked at
Nope. Good deal.
I
Pressure's
think
on.
it's a D6. Right?
D6.
Oh, 3.
3 points of damage.
Oh, I actually have it written down on her character sheet. Plus 5 to hit, 1d6. Oh, let's look at her character sheet.
Yeah, take a peek at that.
Yeah.
All right, and that takes us to Doris.
Hello.
Hello.
Doris the Explorers.
I want to turn around.
Okay, she turns around.
How am I close to him? Or...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right in front of him.
Okay.
You turn around, you see a glowing zombie.
Oh, yay. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with short swords.
Okay, you're going to have advantage on the first swing only. So you get to roll 2 20s for the first swing, and then you'll roll a regular 20 for the second swing.
Take the higher of the 2 dice.
So that's 9.
Okay, so you get 9.
That'll hit.
That'll definitely hit. And now go ahead and roll your second attack. 8 plus your bonuses.
13. Yes.
All right. And we established the armor class is 9, so you've hit it twice yet again.
So
Look at you go.
2d6s.
Do the thing you do, Doris.
No, this
The
one.
Monopoly dice.
This one.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 Monopoly dice.
That's 8 for the first one.
Okay.
Oh no, 6 for the first one. Sorry. 6.
Okay.
And then 5 for the second one.
Is that including any bonuses?
Yeah.
Strength? Okay.
All right. How many points total was that?
11.
11.
You need a d20.
I am actually going to need a d20. Yes.
15.
15. All right. Very nice. Well done, Doris. And now it's their turn. And on their turn, this one gets up, and that one gets back up.
Ew, that's kind of gross.
Are you
Go
killed?
back down.
Well, the one in front of Clementine's wobbly because apparently he's missing most of his knee.
Yeah.
All right. But Doris, you bam, and you're like, ha! And you step back just for a second as it comes crumbling to the ground, and then it kind of stirs for a little bit, and really just kind of reluctantly starts picking itself back up.
I knew he was coming back up the moment you only said he was knocked down.
He gets knocked down.
But he gets back up again. And then Clementine, the same thing. You kind of crush its knee, and it kind of falling over, but then it starts balancing itself back up, and it's trying to prop itself up on one leg. And takes a swipe at you from kind of like a 3-point position.
So its leg is just kind of missing the joint.
Yes, but it still has another leg that actually kind of sort of works. Doris, you are attacked and you are missed.
Yay.
Elsa is attacked and is missed again and again. And Clementine, it takes kind of a swing at you and does not hit either. So these are really pathetic zombies. Moving on, back to the top of the round, Crash Gordon. You see the zombie that was attacking the monk. It comes down. It falls down because she just rips its kneecap out, right? And then it kind of like it's not fully standing up. It's kind of bracing itself on one, and it's trying to reach her from it's on the ground and it's trying to swipe at her. So she's actually taller than the zombie at the moment.
It's one of those crawling zombies from Walking Dead.
Yes.
Step on it.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to want to range out if you want to get a clear shot at any of these guys.
Yeah.
Because at this point, if you fire an arrow, I'm going to have you roll a disadvantage, and if you miss, I'm going to roll to see if you can roll an attack on one of your companions.
How far? Can I move 30?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so 30 would be.
All right. So which way do you want? Do you want to go here? Do you want to come here? Tell me where you want to be.
How far can I step again? Like one space?
Each square is 5 foot. Okay, so you can do 6 of them.
I'm gonna go through here.
Okay.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go 2 behind.
All right, so you're going to run right past 2 zombies.
Yes, and
They're going to take random swipes at you as you go running by. It's called an attack of opportunity, which you have given them. What's your AC?
My armor class is
Yes.
16.
Okay. You feel a smack on the back of one of your legs as you go by, but it does not hurt you
So it's just like
because you lucky.
a love tap. You're like,
Yes.
No, not quite a lot. That was definitely if it had hit a little bit harder, it would not have been a love tap. But yeah, you get away with murder on that one. So you move into position, and you now can fire at any of the 3 zombies in front of you.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's like wobbling on one leg.
Okay, so you're going to shoot the Clementine one.
I wanted to step on it.
There might still be an option to do it.
5.
5 plus your bonuses.
10.
Okay, you hit
I shoot it in the back.
That's all that's left.
in the back of the back. In the back house
7.
for 7 points of damage. All right. Ezra, your mighty guiding bolt lit the one up. Doris then carved it to pieces, but it's trying to get back up and rejoin the fight. There's also 2 on your druid right now, and your fighter just took one out that was beating on your monk, or trying to beat on your monk. Well, it was trying to look like it was beating on your monk. Okay, it was missing your monk entirely, but it was hanging in there.
The one trying to smack.
Let's give it a good college try.
There you go.
The one that's trying to smack the monk with the
Yes,
disembodied
the one
arm.
that was on the monk had a rugby sweater and with a letter on it and everything. Looked, he went to Princeton, and
Nice.
he was an educated zombie.
It's one of those rugby shirts.
Rugby shirts, exactly. It was it was tattered, so it definitely was buried in
Say
it.
Gap on it.
Probably.
And
Which
it just like
one
took
is
off
the
its arm and tried to
closest
beat it up.
me?
The white
Yes.
tile one in front of Doris.
Okay. Let's hit that one with my mace.
Okay, so
I
you're going to
suppose.
approach it, and you come around. Oh, we got the rolling. We got the rolling assistant.
Finally,
Here it comes.
didn't really help me much.
What'd you roll?
We rolled a 4,
Okay, and your bonus is
2, so that'll be a 6.
what's your strength bonus again?
Strength bonus is a +2.
Okay, so remember those two stack. Your proficiency and your strength bonuses come
Plus
together. So your attack bonus is +4 to
So
hit. So you rolled an
barely
8. You barely missed.
That your damage bonus is only a +2
Right,
damage
because
but
you don't get your
attack is
proficiency
4.
bonuses on.
Missed
You don't
by
get
a
your
bit.
proficiency bonus on damage. So you are with your mace right now. You are +4 to hit, and then 1d8 plus
It's a
2.
1d6. I messed up on that part.
Okay, we messed up together then because I thought maces were a d8.
I did too.
All right, that's fine. So a d6 plus 2 for damage. You didn't hit this time, but at least we know that's set in stone.
Missed a minage.
All right. So Azra, you come up and you swing, and you kind of make contact with the creature, but you're not hitting it hard enough to do any damage to it. It's kind of like just rolls with it a little bit. It's basically about you get out of it.
It's like you bumped into a table.
Clementine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the one that Elsa is in front of,
Okay,
and then I'm gonna hit it.
go for it. That is you. That is all you. Roll your attack.
15.
Okay, you hit it. So you can roll your damage.
4.
4 points of damage. Okay. It's looking rough. It's hanging in there, though. May I have a player's handbook real quick? There's something I want to read real fast. Loading information. This happens. Even DMs really need to stop and take a look at something once in a while. Don't think you know everything.
Currently, we have one viewer watching.
Hi,
I'm
one
thinking
viewer.
it's Doctor Who at 55 years and beyond.
Oh, I love
because
those guys. I can't wait to
they
see them again.
said the hello to the FC3 family, and I said hi everyone back. A couple minutes ago, we had 3,
Hmm.
and then we're back down to 1.
People are just checking in. We get a lot of viewers after the fact. People they're busy
Well,
on
just-
Wednesday nights, and then they watch
They
the
watch
recording.
yeah.
All right. For monk martial arts, this might be something that you'll probably make use of. When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon on your turn, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. So like Doris is dual wielder, you're a dual wielder too with your fists. So you can punch every round. Now you also have key points at this point too at level 2. So you can start using flurry of blows at your discretion. I think you've already burned your key points. I don't remember if you have or not yet.
I don't think she did any.
But you have 2 key points.
She's like,
Okay, you have 2 key points at level 2 as a monk. And those key points give you opportunities to do extra things. You can burn one of them, and instead of getting just 1 punch for your bonus action, you can get 2. So if you burn a key point, you can get 3 attacks around right off the bat at level 2. Or just do normal, save the points, and go pop, pop.
I'm gonna do normal pop.
Go for it. That's your thing.
So I gotta roll another attack.
So you get to roll another attack, and that's your bonus action every round. So remember how we talked about action economy? You get an action, bonus action, reaction, movement. This is you're using your action and your bonus action by going pop, pop.
Okay, so 11.
Okay, you hit.
6.
Nice. Pow, pow. Clementine comes out of the woodwork, pops this one, brings it down. Tanya, a 20 cider, please.
17.
17. Very good. Thank you. All right. And we learned something. Beautiful. Love it. Moving on. Elsa, the Elsinator. It is Elsinator's turn. Let it go. Let it go. I'm going to stop singing or else we're going to lose our one viewer.
20.
20? Like a gnat or a
Yeah.
dirt? That's like a nat 20
Net
with the thorn whip.
with thorn.
Beautiful.
So is it max damage?
It's what's it, a D6 plus anything?
It's a D6.
Just D6. Okay, so you're going to do a D6 plus 6.
11.
Okay. 20 cider. 20 cider.
Oh, sorry. I'm like, yeah. I rolled
Sleeping
a
on the job over there.
8.
Okay, thank you. All right, my friends.
I'm like, yes, I rolled a 20 cider.
So Elsa just rears back. The vine leaves start to materialize and coalesce with her thorn whip spell like she's been getting used to doing, and then shoom, lashes out. just lacerates this thing across the back, and it goes crumbling to the ground.
So her thorns latched onto the back and then just ripped out its
Pretty
spine.
much.
Yep.
That's a fair. And then it dissipates, and there's like a flurry of leaves and whatnot. Because as it's a cantrip, it's not a permanent spell. So every time she casts it, all these leaves and thorns and all vegetation around her just coalesces into this whip. Then it lashes out and it dissipates.
Magic.
Magic. All right, now Doris. There's one more. It looks pretty rough and it's standing right in front of you.
Get it!
Kill it.
Sick 'em.
Kill it.
Stab him!
Stabby McStabberson.
Don't miss. Don't miss Dora the Explorer.
I love it. I love it.
Whatever you do, don't roll a one.
We're all cheering her. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Don't know.
Why did you say that?
Did you roll a one? Did you roll a one? Okay.
Come on, Dora the
Oh, you have a second attack.
You have a second attack.
Don't miss.
Come on.
Roll a 20.
Did you roll 11?
11. Okay, the 11 will hit.
It will.
The 11 will hit.
Oh yeah.
In this case,
Yeah.
may not hit future monsters, but it'll hit this one. Do you do more than one?
6. No.
Do you do more than one? What do you
1
do?
point of damage. Did you do more than 1 point of damage?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I thought you meant like stuff.
because when they get back up, they only get back up with 1 hit point.
Oh.
It's just basically the last licks. It's an attempt for the zombie to get one more shot in before you take it out completely. Like this one, by the way. It just gets up
Ew.
Ew.
and
Take
takes
it
a shot
away.
at Elsa,
Ew, that's gross.
and will hit Elsa for 5 points of damage. She
So it
takes
hit Elsa with its rotting arm. and
5
just
points
be
of
like,
it gets up and just kind of like lashes out at her. She wasn't expecting it
Oh.
because nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Mm.
Really?
my turn.
The Inquisition, what a show! The Inquisition, here we go. Never mind. I was torturing her with Mel Brooks movies recently. Are you recording damage?
I already did.
Okay, very good. So now we are at the top of the order. Crash. You
Yes.
see that? Get it back up and take a slash.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
Go ahead and shoot away.
Okay, let me just make sure because last time I didn't.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
13, so 18. 2, 3, 5.
Okay. That will be enough
Yay.
to take out the final zombie.
Woo!
Now,
Now we move on to the
One,
necromancer.
we did
it's
it.
the final brain cell.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I love you guys. I love you guys so much right now.
I
I'm
always
doing
want you to
intermission
remember
music
always-
as your
I'm just clearing out the fog cloud, which is starting to dissipate.
I've always watched YouTube memes, and that always ends up into the compilation.
The sad thing is I remember when that song came out. I was your age when that song came. The original song that is
The
based
Final
on.
Countdown?
The Final Countdown by
by
Europe. Europe.
Europe. Not Asian.
How old are you now?
12.
You're 12?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I was 14 when it came out.
I was gonna say Everett just had a birthday in the last
Yeah,
month,
July
right?
5th.
I thought he was like 8.
We're not talking about emotional ages, Clementine, dearest.
And did you just have a birthday also?
Yeah,
I'm
she's
either
not
14 or I'm 15. I can't remember.
I lost
You're
track around
14. I'm
40
15.
something.
I'm 15.
15. And Jess will be 15 in
I
August.
thought you were 14. No, you're 15.
I'm turning 16 this year. Ah.
Oh, scary.
no.
Everyone get off the sidewalks.
Quick.
It's like, Player's handbook, please.
Again?
Yes, again. I gotta find out what the necromancer's about to throw at them.
Okay, you look at that. I'll go get mine.
Okay,
Well,
you do
probably
that.
He's gonna throw something.
Oh,
Yeah, you just probably
Wow.
throw like a sludge spell that like turns us all into like
wow.
sludge.
It's
Well, he's not that
so
powerful yet.
big.
Oh, he isn't? She's probably gonna throw poison.
I'm
at
not
us.
gonna throw
Uh,
18th and 19th level characters at you guys at second level. I'm a cruel DM, but I'm not
Maybe
that
it's
cool.
gonna-
That's
He might throw the door at him.
We run. No, I'm
Yeah,
doing trance.
Yeah, he's just gonna kick the door down when I couldn't and just throw it at us.
Yeah, but you're stupid.
I'm feeling
He
attacked.
can use magic to throw the door at him.
So he's just gonna take it off
5,
the
10,
hinges
15,
and throw
20.
it at us.
5, 10, 15. Doris, Azra,
Yeah.
please roll me perception checks.
which is
Need for
Hair.
20.
D20 plus your perception
Hey,
bonus.
my hair is-
I'm guessing it's because they're looking away.
No, they're the closest to the hut.
So they're seeing if they can sense that the magic dude's about to
7
Do something.
plus perception.
What's that? You rolled a 5?
Yeah.
What's your perception bonus? 2? So it's
No, I rolled a 3.
oh, you're rolling. Okay, so you rolled a 5. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're not seeing it.
I rolled a 7 plus 2.
So 9.
That's 9.
Okay. It sounds like there's some muffled sounds of movement within the hut, but you really can't tell.
For someone who was raised by wolves in the wilderness, you'd think you'd be
I'm
more protected.
fired.
She was not raised by wolves. She was raised by peoples.
I
The
was
druid was raised
Raised
by
by
wolves.
wolves.
yeah, Pebbles. I was then raised by Pebbles.
They
Yes.
took me into their
It took, yes. Well, that was your first training as a ranger.
Yes.
So anyway, you do hear some like light sounds of movement. Something was being dragged, is what it's basically what you can tell. But
Probably
you
a
really
corpse.
can't, because you guys were not really high enough on your perception checks. You couldn't hear anything more than that. But you do not see or hear anything else, nor do you suffer any other ill effects. So at this point, combat has completed.
Yay.
All right. I'm going to do a quick calculation.
I love calculations.
15. There was the zombie wolf, right?
Yes, I killed
Yeah,
it
he killed us.
on my own,
Zombie wolves.
and I think I killed 2 other zombies. It doesn't matter.
It's I do it even splits.
Ah,
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to give 5 over there. Divided by 5. Everybody gets 70 experience points to add to their total.
so that's 220.
That's what I'm calculating right now.
It's 220.
And that includes Miss Elsa.
Can you just keep
It's okay.
yourself?
He's trying to help.
I'm gonna let that slide because my brain doesn't work this summer.
I haven't used my brain at all, and I'm still good at math.
Okay, so at this point, ladies and gentlemen, what do you do?
I want to go. Wait,
Can I break down the door?
I was gonna say, can we try to go into the necromancer's hut?
You can try.
I was gonna
Absolutely.
say, they're only first level still. They don't get second level until 300.
Why did I give him? I know they leveled. I thought they leveled.
Yeah, I thought you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was second level.
So therefore, they would hit 300 XP total.
Okay.
Just put them at second level.
All right. Yeah. Put yourselves at 370 total experience points then. And then we'll just make second level official. What's third level?
Third level is 900.
900? Okay. So you got a little ways to go before third level pops up.
So when I'm
We're like the
370.
third there.
Hmm?
We're the third level.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you have gathered a sum total of 355,000 experience points, you will actually be 20th level.
Huh.
How much experience again?
355,000.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen within like a year or so.
It takes a campaign to do it usually. And I'll tell you what, a lot of campaigns and stories will usually run out somewhere when the party's typically between 12th and 15th level. The possibility of these characters getting to 20th is slim, but you never know. Could happen. No. Here's the thing. There are tiers of your adventuring life, your adventuring career. From 1 to 5, you are the heroes of the village. From 5 to 10, you start becoming more widely known around an area, like a county, or a region. Like you become the heroes of. Well, let's use local. All right. Right now, you're the heroes of Henrietta. Okay, so Henrietta, this small town, you guys are becoming to be well known. They know your names, but anybody outside of like maybe in Parma or Spencerport, Ogden, they may not have heard of you yet. From the 5 to 10 region, you're becoming more noteworthy. People in Monroe County will be talking about you. People in Ontario County and Wyoming County may have heard of you, stuff like that. When you go from 10 to 15, Western New York knows who you are. New York State actually has figured out that you guys are probably the heroes of the land kind of a thing. There may be even people in Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, Ohio that have heard of you at this point because you guys have gained notoriety. 15 to 20, Simone Biles would have probably want your autograph.
Who?
The gymnast.
The gymnast. Okay. Who's your favorite actor in a movie? Okay.
I don't know their name.
Sebastian Stan would probably want your autograph.
Dwayne
And I'm not
The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. See, these are guys who would love to be like seen with you. These are heroes. These are noteworthy celebrities, right? But you'll be so powerful at the 15 to 20 range that the noteworthy celebrities that are probably heard about all around the globe that you know would love to be seen with you. They would feel cooler being standing next to Doris. Maybe not so much Crash, but anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So there are tiers of play. Okay. So when I say this campaign may run out when you're 12, 13, 14th level, you are still going to be heroes of renown.
Of renowned power.
I've saved the world at the 11th level.
What?
It's happened. So it all depends on the campaign. All right. So Crash has already declared that he would like to break the door down.
Yes.
I would like
Or
to-
break a wall
I
down.
would like to continue checking around back because I was
Okay.
interrupted last time by zombies.
Okay. All right. And so Crash, we're going to get to you in a moment. Clementine, you're moving around back. Doris, what are you doing?
I'll follow behind. I'll go to the door.
You're going to go to the door?
Help me break it
Okay,
down.
Elsa's going to hang with Doris just because it's safer for her that way. The woodland people, yay. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm an elf.
That's Doris.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, and then McKenna, Ezra, what's Ezra doing?
I kind of want to go to the door, but I feel like I should go with Clementine.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
gonna need somebody.
That's
She's
fair.
Lonely and short.
So you guys go around. Clementine is probably one of the more... Clementine and Doris are the heaviest hitters in the party right now.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry, I called you short.
So, okay, the three of you go around to the front door. The two of you go around back behind the hut. I would like Clementine and Ezra to roll perception checks.
Oh wait, I need my shaker. Okay.
You need my shaker.
I need my shaker.
What do I add to the roll?
You're going to add a
Is it
20
enough?
plus your perception bonus.
Okay.
So about 2/3 of the way, 3/4 of the way down, perception.
I got
20.
A 20
6.
and a 6. Okay. You're looking around. You're more looking to see if anything's moving because you want to make sure that you said you're keeping an eye on Clementine. So you're really not looking at features of the landscape at the moment. You're looking around for possible threats. You've got your shield up. You've got your mace in your hand. You're like, okay, I'm ready to take on anything at the moment. So you don't notice the things that she's noticing because she's looking around for clues and stuff. She's playing Velma at the moment. Okay, she's pulling a Velma.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, she's doing a Sherlock Holmes thing. Now, roughly in this area over here, I won't draw it in right now, but roughly over there, what's happening at the moment is you are seeing a lot of disturbed soil. And you're getting the impression that everything that's attacked you in the past couple of days was probably buried in this field of open graves. Now you're counting about a couple dozen holes that have been erupted from underneath. So something clawed its way out and
So
pushed up.
before he was a necromancer, he was probably a murderer.
Yes, it's entirely possible. It's an interesting conclusion to draw. Now, while you guys are scoping that out, you're making a count and whatnot, and you do see the graves when she points them out. We're going to come back over here to the front door. You come walking up to the door, and what do?
Oh, I kick it as hard as I possibly can.
Okay, I would like you to roll an athletics check.
Please get a 0.
I don't even think that's possible.
I don't care. I just want to get
So I have a +4 in athletics. 14, so it's 18.
An 18 athletics check. Okay, so Crash basically just has his bow in his hand. He comes walking up. He strides right up to the front door of the hut. He rears back. He front kicks it as hard as he possibly can. And if he had rolled under a 15, I was going to have him bounce off of it because the door.
dang!
The
Yeah,
door
I didn't
opens.
say it.
It opens this. Opens outward. He was trying to kick it inward, but
I
because
just wanted it to fall back.
but because he kicked it so hard, it goes busting inward, and the door has sundered inward, and you're able to step into the hut, and he disappears into the hut.
Bye.
And lady, where's my lady? There you are.
Hello.
Hi. You can follow him, or you can stand there and go, "Oh, that was close."
I'm gonna go to the doorway, but I'm gonna stop at the doorway and check surroundings.
Okay. It looks like a very disheveled hut. It's only you get basically a 15 by 15 space in there, so it's a large room Think of like like your parents' bedroom. It's a bigger room than anybody else's room in the house, kind of a
Actually,
thing.
my room's the biggest room in the house.
Well, think of
I
your
think
room
that's
then.
a bigger closet.
Okay, think of your room then. But it's a shack. The wood is old. There's moss and things. A little bit of dripping from the roof because the roof is leaking. There is a hearth, but there's no fire burning in the hearth at the moment. There is a hallway that's open right here to the other building. Okay, so it's basically two huts that he's built kind of a ramshackle bridge between to kind of facilitate having some extra space over here.
Is it an enclosed bridge or is it just?
It's an enclosed bridge. Yeah, it's all enclosed. There's a roof on the bridge lit, and basically it goes from one room to the other. This room is more of you've got a hearth, you've got some countertops, and there's places where you would cook. There is a really weird bed and a couple of chairs over in on another corner. Everything is very disheveled.
Are there any windows in the hallway between the bridge?
Yes, that's what you're basically. You're not seeing so much windows, but you're just seeing boards that were cracked or pulled open or something, so you can just peek out. They're more like peepholes than anything else. Yes, Doris.
It doesn't have like attic, right?
No.
It's
No, they're just
roof?
pitched roofs, and from the roofs are hanging like herbs and dead animals,
Oh,
That's
pots,
probably where he got the wolf from.
good thing else.
pots and pans.
Yeah, no, she would be devastated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fortunately, she's at camp.
Oh.
I'm not as
She can watch the recording and hear me talk about dead animals hanging from the roof. Hi, Jess. We love you. Anyway. But that's Crash. That you're seeing the same thing. Obviously, that Doris and Elsa are seeing at the moment.
Can I walk down the hallway?
You certainly can if you'd like to.
Okay, I'm gonna walk down the hallway because I'm gonna take a guess and guess that the necromancer's in there because he's not currently in the room that we're in, and we never saw him leave the building.
So you see Crash look down that hallway, and boom, he goes darting right down with purpose. Right.
Smart.
Now, do you go walking all the way into the room, or do you stay right there where I have your figure? At the
I'm
moment?
gonna hide in the doorway to like peep in if there's like a. small
There's no
window.
door per se. It just opens up into the. It's a rough. It's basically like this whole thing is really kind of clubhouse. It's not really well constructed house.
It's like what you would imagine a treehouse. It's just kind
Yes.
of open.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I'm gonna try and like peep into the
Okay.
next room and
You
see
lean
if he's
in.
in there.
There's some dim light. There's a couple of lanterns that are lit. This looks like a laboratory. Of
I was
sorts.
gonna guess that.
Yeah, there's shelves. There's lots of like canisters and jars. There's some things growing out of a couple of jars that may not be healthy. There's a couple of tables. There looks to be a shelf with some books and some parchment put on it. The tables look very suspect in terms
Probably a
of
bunch of blood.
lots of dried blood. Yeah, lots of like weird gooey.
bunch of human limbs.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of those hanging from the,
Did he
where.
experiment with the autonomy of people? Did he like dissect them?
I can't answer that question for you right now because you're still looking at the graves.
Okay, I'm just gonna barf real quick.
You hear Crash go down the hall. You're stomp, 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 stomp. Oh.
I'm gonna go slowly into the house.
Okay.
Elsa is going to stay back a little bit because Elsa's at currently half her hit points because she hasn't been able to rest in order to get
Got
her
it.
2 hit points back.
All right. So you come in again, dimly lit. There's some like lanterns, covered lanterns that are hanging from various places. You see the small 10-foot bridgeway between the two buildings. You see Crash just kind of leaning against, going, "Oh God, this is not good. Not good." This is the impression you're getting.
I'm just.
But you can smell it.
Yeah.
You can smell the lab as you're approaching it. The formaldehyde, the fungus, the moss, the
The blood,
oozes and things.
the human
The-
body parts.
Yeah.
I want to use my cape, put it over my face,
Okay.
and then walk into the lab
Okay.
and look at the floor.
All right.
I know that sounds weird, but I want to look at the floor.
All right.
I'm
Is there
gonna-
something in particular you're looking for?
I'm
think
looking
she's-
for a hatch.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to have you do is roll an investigate check.
That would be 20.
A 20 plus your investigate bonus. Okay. Not bad. It takes you a moment. You're kind of walking through. As that's happening, Clementine and Azra, You guys have finished your survey of the grave. It doesn't look like there's anybody else buried back here. Everybody who was, there's no hills or no little piles, nothing that would depict anybody else buried back there at the moment. So it looks like everything, and you do kind of a quick check. You remember how many zombies you killed in town. You remember how many zombies you've attacked here at the hut so far. The count kind of balances out right now between the number of holes in the ground and what you're seeing in terms of what you've accounted for. So is there anything you're looking for at the moment or anything you'd like to do at this time? So hold that for.
I'm gonna go back around the house from this way.
You're going to go this way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like you both to roll perception checks, please, and initiative.
Perception.
I got a 5 for perception
Okay.
9 for perception.
Uh-huh.
and 11 for initiative.
11 for initiative.
Where's initiative?
Box upper middle. Upper middle?
Above
Right
your
next to your armor
hit
class
points.
box?
Wait. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
That should be your dex bonus.
So mine's a 0.
Okay.
So I just have a solid 4.
So you're a 4 for initiative? Okay. So what happens, and you rolled what for initiative?
11.
11. Okay. So what happens is this. You guys start coming around, and you were not prepared for what you were about to see. It's a raccoon just kind of standing there for a moment. You give and it looks up at you, and it's like, okay. And then it goes scattering off in the forest.
Its name was Miko.
Hmm?
Its name was Miko.
Miku?
Oh.
Okay.
They all understand where that came from.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't-
No,
I
it's
don't.
just a cute name.
Oh, it was Pocahontas's.
Oh, was it?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay,
Yeah, no,
great.
I heard raccoon and I thought something entirely different from everyone else.
I heard raccoon and
Trash
I thought
panda.
Trash panda.
No, that's
Yeah.
not.
Anyway, yeah, so you scared off a forest animal.
Oh, that's great.
I'm probably looking for food.
Good.
Not with
Maybe
any
it was
experience.
biting something.
You check?
No.
Yeah, because it wasn't. All right, so by the time you guys get all the way back around, you see Elsa at the doorway, standing guard, looking a little paranoid and wishing she was at camp.
Wishing she was someplace else right now.
Wishing she probably
So
wasn't
look-
at
look-
half health.
By any chance, do you have any healing?
I've-
I could use some.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit.
James said, James Bourne's on board. He goes, he wanted to ask you guys to help him out in saving the galaxy. His name was Rocket.
His name was Rocket.
Well, this is really cool.
The druid's asking for healing for a second. That's what my cat's looking up.
And we're good for another hour. Go to 8:30.
Yep.
Okay. We're after this is established. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break or so.
Okay.
Okay. Finally, I found inches.
We're trying to figure out how to pause.
Yeah, we'll figure that out when we get a little bit more advanced at this sort of thing. Because I know there's ways to do it. What we do is probably like download a video or something and then have that take over. Because I know Dan knows how to do that.
Oh yeah, because it did say something about
Yeah,
download video.
share
or
download
something.
video or share video, something like that. And then we'll do a little 5-minute spot. We can find some various videos from other creators on YouTube, stuff like that. Easy to do. Easy to do.
Okay. I'm gonna do cast my healing words.
Okay, healing word. So that's going to be a D4 plus your wisdom bonus. You're casting it at first or second level.
Only first, because she only has first level.
Yeah,
spells.
it's first level.
Oh, that's right. You don't get second levels until third level.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
So
it's
it's one D4, the little pyramid one, and then add your wisdom bonus.
And the wisdom bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a 3.
So I got a 5.
Nice. 5 points of healing.
Woohoo!
All right.
She throws her arms around you. She's much happier.
She's not scared for her life anymore.
No,
No.
she's back to her full hit points right now.
All right, and we are going to take a couple minute break. So hang out with us. We will be back. It is 6:30 right now, or 7:30.
7:30.
7:30. We'll be back by 7:40.
This will be muted, but you'll be able to see the table.
Yep, we'll still be
Okay, I've unmuted. We're going to be coming back in a couple minutes. Chris is finalizing something for a potential surprise.
Uh-oh.
So
What of it?
we don't know if the surprise is going to happen tonight or a different night, but
Mm. My attack bonus for my mace is my strength plus proficiency, right?
correct.
Okay.
And your damage is just the weapon plus your strength.
Okay. So for my mace it would be an attack bonus of +4 then, since my strength is +2, proficiency's 2.
So your strength is a 2, right?
Yeah.
And your proficiency is a 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be rolling a d20 plus 4 to attack.
Okay.
And then when you go to do, if you hit and you go to do your damage, you're going to do 1d6 plus 2.
Okay.
Because the damage comes from your strength.
Okay.
So if you want to put a little hint somewhere on your sheet, attack is your strength and your proficiency.
Mhm.
Damage is just your strength. Believe me, I have notes all over all of my character sheets to give little hints and that type of thing. Like I just put on Jess's sheet on her spells, the druid level plus the wisdom bonus equals your prepared spells. So that's what I was kind of doing because this is different than previous spell castings from the editions that I've played.
Mm-hmm.
This one's really new to me in regards to being able to understand the spell casting nuances of it. Give me a character that doesn't spell cast. I'll be so much better.
And what's level 2? Do I get any new spells? Or is that just until level 3?
So you have a base of 3 spells
Mm-hmm.
that you can cast, but you have 5 that you can prepare. You have 5 to pick from. Out of your whole list, you pick 5.
She only got the energy to cast 3.
Right, but you only have the energy or the ability to cast 3 of them.
Okay. I can only cast 1 more then. Okay.
You're gonna make an avatar?
Avatar the Last Airbender.
Yeah.
How about the tiny?
I need to get a backdrop or something to put behind McKenna, like a dungeon wall or
A
something.
green screen.
Something.
Almost ready.
You're ready. You're ready. You're ready.
This way.
Can I just put our plate in the garbage right here?
You're using for Sean's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a monk.
I know that, sweetie. I have to be a mother character, so if I die, I can have a house on the
She's just gonna become the cast of Avatar.
Yeah.
Listen, I have wrestlers I'm gonna do. Paladin. Ooh. Is he a paladin? Or is he a fighter?
What?
Is he a paladin? Or is he
I think he's a rogue.
I'm a fighter.
yeah.
Why is your handwriting just? I have
Horrible.
terrible handwriting.
So you're not
Oh,
that
it's kind of a clustering. Oh, dear Lord. That was high there.
times I've done? A lot. Oh wait, here's another one. A lizard man. Oh. 2 landed in Sean's den. Anything up there? I don't know exactly what you're looking for.
Remember what I was using in the Sean's mini campaign?
Vaguely. Did you see it in the bin that's underneath the underneath the table? That's where all the extra figures went that used to be in here. Either that or it's in one of those bins over there. Oh, good suggestion, James. Focus the camera on an epic image that says intermission during our breaks.
That works.
We have some music playing in the background.
Jeopardy.
Music.
Yeah, just get like a whiteboard. And
I don't know if we'd be able to play the Jeopardy music because that's like copyright.
Yeah, copyright.
We might be banned in like Iran or something.
Yeah, well, we're not. We're already unpopular in North Korea.
Mhm.
Yeah,
For some of our podcasts.
our podcast has been habitually banned in North Korea for some strange reason.
Usually because like one of the ones that we were banned because we were starting to sing Stuck Here in the Middle with You, which is who sings that normally?
Bob Dylan.
So
Okay, so we are back. Are we unmuted? We're good.
we're good.
We're back.
Yep.
Hello, boys and girls. All right, so 3 of you, well, 2.5 since Jess is not here, are outside the hut, and Doris and Crash are in the laboratory of the hut. And Doris, you do see some disturbed planks underneath one of the tables. Yes, Everett.
I'm gonna.
No.
It's been an hour and 45 minutes before you told him no.
It's the new record.
Go ahead.
Can I ask Doris if she's seen anything suspicious
I
that
don't
I
know.
might
Can you?
not have seen because I'm not.
This is where you're going to interact with each other, because you can be like, "Hey, because it's obvious by her bearing that she's locking in on something." So you can talk to each other. You don't have to talk to each other through me.
Have you seen anything suspicious yet?
There's some wood planks that have been disturbed.
I don't know where that could be.
So,
In which corner of the room is it, please?
what's that? Under the table in the middle.
Okay. Works for me as long as I don't have to look at
And
those whiteboards again.
Azra and Clementine, you do hear some rooting around in the hut, like they're talking to each other. You hear, there's not a lot of yelling or anything. They're just chatting with each other, and you hear some like stuff moving around and shuffling.
Oh.
All right, if you guys are going to try and move the table to get at these disturbed planks, I'm going to need a strength check, preferably from one of you with advantage, because one will be helping the other. Who's got
My
the higher
strength is
strength?
+2.
My strength
It's a 14
is
plus 2.
What's your no your the actual strength bonus?
Like in the big column thing.
What's your actual
+3.
strength score?
16.
16. Doris is stronger than Crash.
Haha.
I feel offended.
I'm not
but
sure
I
how
don't
you
know
would feel
why.
offended by that. It's kind of weird that you'd be offended by that.
I have no idea, but I'm offended.
All right, you work on that. That's a you problem at the moment, buddy. All right,
It is.
go ahead and you're going to roll with advantage because Crash is helping Doris try to move the table. So you're working together as a team. Can I have that special book?
Alright. 80. So then got your strength. From the column or from.
You're going to roll basically an athletics check. So you're going to take the higher roll of the 20s and add your athletics bonus.
How many rolls am I doing? Oh, okay.
And take the better of the two.
Because it's with advantage.
Where the post-it note is.
Plus.
Here. Yep. Starts.
Plus athletics is 10.
No, it's area 20 it goes into.
Okay. I just want to look for the map. Where would the map be? That spot be?
Oh, it's the maze room.
I get that, but I just wanted to see it for myself. That's the problem I'm having right now. So you're not answering that
it's in the
question.
back book.
Got it. The back of the book?
Yeah, I mean, you can go right to the back. It's gonna go right there.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Down into that spot, like
you.
a staircase.
Okay. Yes, you are descending slowly into your first dungeon.
It's an actual dungeon.
Oh,
So we moved the table, broke down the hatch.
And there's too many things to do in one turn. This turn, you are
You're
moving the table. Okay.
You have not yet disturbed the hatch.
Thank you, Abby.
So we haven't broken it down yet.
No.
You have not.
Moving.
Okay, so there it is.
You don't just do everything at once, Everett.
Think
It's
of
like
one
real
of
life.
those
You have to
big
do one thing at a
wooden
time.
picnic type tables and that type of stuff. So
Oh, those heavy ones.
yeah,
you
so
can
that's so it's pretty heavy that you guys are
And it's
working
just
on,
full of organs.
and jars and everything. So
So
Got a
jarred,
bunch of
jarred
heavy materials because it was scientific, all metal materials on top of a big
Yeah,
picnic
so you're
table.
clearing out the table.
organs
Between the two of you, you're
in
able to muscle the
jarred
table
body
off of
parts.
these planks. Now it's easier to see that there is potentially a hatch.
So that's probably where he went to because he's not in the room and he wasn't in the other room.
You didn't really look around the rooms. You just entered and then walked in the hallway.
You entered and then threw up.
yeah, well,
All right.
it was a little disturbing.
That's a little icky.
So the
I mean,
two of
there's
you
body parts everywhere.
are standing in the laboratory at the moment. You have discovered a hatch. What are you doing?
I'm going to figure out which way the door goes.
Okay. You would be able to open it up.
Up. Okay.
Okay,
I want to open it up, but I want to be behind the door
Okay.
and have him be in front of the door.
Okay. Right.
So you're just using me as a meat shield at this point. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Yeah.
That's the short definition of a fighter. Have a nice day. All right. So at this point, then, it takes you a little bit to pop it up off of its hinges. And you do see a couple of like ropes and whatnot. So this explains it. If you closed it and then kind of like drag the table over it from underneath, is the way it looks like. It's set up at this point, which is why the table is now over the hatch, even though he's not in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you open up the hatch and you're looking down into basically a stairway that spirals down into a lower area. You're not entirely sure what you're looking at the moment.
Is there any like torches that we can use? Because it's
You got the
most
covered
likely
lanterns
gonna
that
be
are
dark.
hanging from the ceiling. You can probably pull one of them down and use that, or you can use torches from your own equipment lists if you have them.
I'm gonna pull one down and use that to like illuminate it because
Okay.
that's gonna be a little risky to go down there.
Who
blind.
wants to go down the creepy tunnel
I'll
first?
do it. I mean, I am the meat shield.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All right.
I
So
just love it that he said illuminated. That's
Yeah,
what I was
that was
thinking.
that's good use of the word.
I know.
So Doris Crash looks around for a moment, pulls down one of the dimly lit lanterns, oil lanterns that's hanging from the ceiling, and he's looking down. It looks like he's getting ready to head down there already.
Alright. I'm going to let him go down the stairs first. Then I will follow.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to have my bow at the ready.
Okay.
That's all.
So for the people who are waiting outside the hut, you hear a lot of dragging of furniture and whatnot. Something heavy and wooden has been moved, and there's some talk going on. You hear jingling of chain, and that's about it. And then you there's like a brief discussion, and then it's starting to get a little quieter all of a sudden.
Okay. Can I enter the hut and just like look around the main room to inspect and find more about this necromancer dude?
Sure. So you go walking into the hut, Azra.
I'll also go in.
Okay.
Also, we'll follow
At a
and
respectful
play
distance.
rear guard at this point.
Okay. So Clementine, you walk in and you're seeing that the hut, as I described it earlier for the other two, you're in the sleeping area, the residential hut, essentially. You've got a little kind of a rough kitchen area. You've got things drying, hanging from the ceiling. You've got a kind of a cot in the corner. There's a couple of chairs. There's a hearth where you would have a fire, but it's cold at the moment. Doesn't look it's been lit in a while.
Are there any books or hiding places in the room?
Do a perception check.
$11.
You don't see any books, definitely. There are no shelves for books or anything like that in this particular part of the hut. You don't find anything secret and hidden or anything like that at the moment. You look under tables, you look under the cot. Looks like everything is pretty much low-key stuff, just clothing, rotted out clothing, food, some rotted out food. As you are, because it's a small room, and you look down that little archway, that bridgeway between the two buildings, you do see your other two companions, Doris and Crash. They seem to have found a hatch in the floor in the other part of the hut, and it looks like Crash is about to head downstairs.
Okay.
Looks like he's like, it looks like he's kind of gauging how he's going to like fit himself down there. He's holding a lantern at the moment, and he's getting ready to hop downstairs.
Okay. So can I like go into the other room and
Yeah.
just look around that one too?
Sure. This one is more laboratory setting. There are tables, shelves. There's work desks. You do see shelf with some books on it. You do see a lot of jars, a lot of buckets and things to hold stuff and tools and rusted kind of knives and other things. There's a lot of stuff going on. This was definitely a laboratory of a room.
Okay, on the work desk, are there any like papers and just like open books explaining?
Nothing open or papers on the desk at the moment. They all seem to be kind of stashed away.
What about the books on the bookshelf? What are
Yeah,
they?
there's about a dozen of them or so. Some of them are treatises on local area history, but then there's a lot of them that are notebooks for formula. It looks like he was doing experiments and taking notes.
Can I look at those notebooks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And while you're doing that, Doris and Crash, Clementine enters the room. She kind of like sees that you guys are getting ready to do whatever you're going to do, and then starts heading over to shelves and she's starting to put around with books and stuff. Ezra, you see basically everything I've described to the three of them so far at this point. You see that Crash and Doris have found a trap door. Looks like they're about to head downstairs. If there's something underneath the hut. Clementine seems to be, taking in the whole laboratory aspect of everything at the moment. She's looking through books and flipping through them at the moment, paying no attention to the fact that you have two companions that are about to go down a spiral staircase from an old hut into a basement.
I'll follow Crash and Doris down.
Okay. So Crash, as you're getting ready to do your thing and climb down this spiral staircase, Clementine walks in. She takes you in. Okay. Goes over, starts flipping through books and stuff. She's definitely searching for some information at the moment. And then Ezra appears in the doorway from the little bridge from the residential area to the laboratory hut. And so I'm going to let you do what you want to do. You're going to head down?
Yeah.
Okay.
But first, I'm gonna scream, "Hello!"
Why would you?
What that?
You would alert him.
Why would you do
You
that?
are so. Ah!
Okay.
I want to see if
Crash looks
anybody
down and goes,
responds.
"Hello." And you hear a little echo.
Right, because now the dude who you are trying to kill knows you are in his house.
Well, at least I know he's not like.
To be fair, he knew you were there to begin with.
Yeah, and now they no
Yeah.
longer have the.
Element of surprise.
Yeah,
there was
no.
He didn't know that they found the hatch yet.
Well, I'm Crash. My IQ in this game is basically
got a
zero.
Yeah, he's
My IQ in the
Eventually,
game
you might
is
learn. But also, is like eventually.
You go down about 30 feet.
Yes.
Okay. You go down about 30 feet down this spiral staircase. You find a blue Post-it note. There we go. All right. Give me just a second here. All right. We're going to be changing to the 10-foot squares at this time.
So squares are now 10 feet.
Yeah, he's just gonna make the whole thing bigger.
That will make it
Oh.
because each
I got
square right now is 5 feet.
Yeah, I was using 5-foot markers during the fight, which makes it a little easier to deal with sometimes. All right. So now I have to find the marker. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Fine. I messed that up. Oh no, my first dungeon and I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Baby's first dungeon. All right. So you come down the spiral staircase
Hello.
and you see this. It's basically a 20 by 20 area. All right, with a little alcove here, and it looks like there's a hall that comes down this way. The only way it's lit right now is the fact that you have that lantern with you. Are you you're human, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm an elf.
You're an elf?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
I have
Crash,
dark vision.
you
60.
you have dark vision, but dark vision does not allow you to see in pitch black. It allows you to pick up ambient light and at very low levels. So if you turned off the lantern right now, you would not actually see anything because there's nothing shed. Well, you get a little bit of ambient light coming in from the shaft above, but as you go deeper into this corridor, you would not be able to see anything. So having the lantern is going to help you out. All right, so he has gone down the spiral staircase. Clementine, you are looking through, but you basically are going to roll an Arcana check for me, please.
Seven.
7. This stuff does not make any sense to you whatsoever. I mean, you're seeing some anatomical drawings. There's body parts and stuff that he's drawing, but what it means and what his little scribbling and his shorthand and his notes are trying to tell you, you're not picking any of that.
So
up
it
at the
basically
moment.
looks like my handwriting.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Doris, you watch the lantern go down 30 feet. I mean, he's going into the distance at this point. You see it sweep around a little bit as he's looking around, but you really can't see him at the moment. Well, you got dark vision too, if I remember. Yeah, so you can kind of make an outline out of him.
You see
You can see the lantern kind of moving around about 30 feet away, but he has not been attacked by the group just yet. If you know, you know. Just saying.
I'll go downstairs.
Okay, so Doris starts heading down, and you hear like truck, 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 truck. So there's some sort of a staircase underneath that hatch. So, Clementine's studying books. Crash has already gone down. Doris is heading down. What are you doing, Ezra?
I'll follow them down.
Okay. So, as you step into the hallway here, Ezra and Doris join you soon after.
Also will too.
Okay. This is what you see. We'll put Elsa here. Clementine, how much more studying are you going to do before you do
I'm
whatever
gonna
you're
give
going to?
up and begin to.
You're going to head downstairs.
So you cannot understand my handwriting.
Okay. So soon, all 5 of you are now down in this roughly hewn. It looks like somebody kind of sort of carved these hallways, but not.
So it's like just a shaft.
It's kind of like a mine shaft of sorts, yeah, a little bit.
So it's kind of like the handmade like dungeon kind of thing.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So we just like got a pickaxe and like started chopping away at the walls. Well, dirt in his case because he started from scratch.
Probably
likely.
stone.
Yeah, stone or dirt. Solid dirt.
Just see if there's anything I need to read off the back at this moment. Okay, very good. You've come down a rickety metal spiral staircase. The room is stuffy and smells faintly of animal, and you see 7 straw pallets strewn about the floor throughout this particular area that you're standing in at the moment. Otherwise, you see nothing else. What do you do?
How wide are the straw
I want to
pallets?
go into the little dead end place. See if there's
Into the
anything
alcove over here?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you looking for in particular?
there. I don't know anything.
Okay. There's a couple of those straw pallets I was telling you about. They look like they're not warm. They're very cold. If they were for anybody for sleeping on, they haven't slept on them in a long time at this point. It's dusty, musty,
Crusty.
that too.
Would he have slept down here? Because I don't think so. He probably hasn't.
Don't know. Don't have enough
there's a risk
information to
of the dirt falling on his face.
establish that at the moment. I will have you roll a perception check, please.
So she's looking for clues about like
19.
what could have happened.
19. You start sorting through the pallets. And you're looking around. You're kind of checking everything out. Your hand hits something, and you pull out a small pouch that had been buried into one of the pallets, one of the piles of straw.
Okay.
It jingles.
Can I open it?
Sure, you can. And you see a smattering, a handful of gold coin.
Can I take it?
I don't know. Can you? You can certainly try.
Can I steal some from her?
I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask
You now have a pouch of 15 gold pieces in your hand.
I'm gonna ask you for 3.
You don't know what you just saw her find a pouch.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her what's in the pouch.
I'm not gonna tell you. Some bones. Dead animals.
I'm gonna take the pouch and see if she's lying or not.
I would do a bluff check with that one.
Yeah, roll a deception check. And then I would like you to roll an insight roll, please. Insight.
So a D20.
Yep.
D20 plus your insight bonus.
Where's
Exception.
Deception.
I got a
Insight, I
nat
have a
20.
+0.
You got a nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that modify?
I got a nat 20 as well.
Did you really?
And I have a +0.
You have a plus.
I also have a +0.
Okay, so
You're trying to bluff your way, but he's just not
you're
completely
you're
buying
you're
it.
not 100% buying the fact that there's bones in there, but you're also not completely convinced that she's lying either at the moment. It's a very weird synergy of two natural 20s. But at the moment, just suffice to say, that's what you got.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna ask her later. And
That's your choice.
Hook her up to a lie detector.
It's entirely
That's
your choice.
not been invented yet.
Oh, poop.
Yeah, if you have a cleric that can cast Zone of Truth, that's a possibility. But you don't at the moment. Because Zone of Truth is it's a much higher level spell.
I think
Oh.
it's what, second level.
I think it's like third. Yeah. I also wonder if it's a paladin thing. But we'll see. I'm not worried about that right now. Hi.
Hi.
All right. So you are in this area. You guys are milling around. Clementine's been doing some searching. Looks like she did find something. And she's kind of just. All
Can I
right.
search myself?
You can search yourself. Yes, go ahead. You find
No, like
yourself.
search-
Very zen.
like search through the pouch.
You go searching yourself, and as the only boy in the party, I would really recommend you do that in private.
Wow, Everett, you have no dignity.
I was asking if I could go searching myself.
Yes, you
Are you
start
searching
searching.
for
You start searching
Are you
yourself.
searching for yourself?
You find yourself.
Oh
You're like,
my
oh,
God.
I'm right here.
Yeah, this is
You would like
yes,
to spend some time searching pallets?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
there we go.
as you said
I
earlier,
don't
you
know
have very low
English.
IQ.
Yep, I've noticed. Phrasing, sunshine, phrasing.
Remember, Crash only has very limited IQ.
What's your intelligence score?
My intelligence is an 18 minus 1.
Your intelligence?
It's an
I
8
see
minus
8.
1.
8 minus 1.
Oh,
Okay, so
I
yes.
didn't erase
Crash
that
is
very
not-
well.
Crash is not
I
the
have like
brightest.
a 0 IQ.
He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
And neither am I.
I'm smarter than a baby, but I'm not smarter than a 6-year-old.
Well, that's fair. You can still win. You can win a. Actually, with an 8 intelligence, you can still be elected president of the United States. That's been proven recently.
What?
Yeah.
So, all right. Anyway, moving on. Are you guys going to delve further into this hallway? And if so, I would like to hear something called a marching order. Who's going to be first?
I will.
No.
Everett.
I will just go back up the stairways on accident and be like, oh, I'm going the right
Can I
direction.
say something, Everett?
Discuss
Last
it.
time you decided to go first. You went in
In the
wrong
wrong
direction.
direction.
I'm probably just going to end
You're
up
probably
back up
going to
the
walk
stairs.
into a wall. Can we let somebody else go first?
Let's let the cleric go first. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have like the IQ of a 2-year-old.
Oh, can you just step back to me, please? Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. All right. So Azra is going to be at the front of the order.
I don't know if I trust you behind me.
Well, the will's already been declared, so who will be following Crash?
I'll go third.
Clementine? Doris, will you be in front of Elsa or behind Elsa?
I will be in back as usual.
Okay, so
I was
Elsa and then Doris.
I was going to go front because I'm the meat shield.
Well, that's all well and good, but you also have to remember sometimes the meat shield isn't very shieldy if he's falling down a pit.
Yeah.
So instead, we'll let the cleric go down the pit.
Let's see if you can.
All right. So
What the cleric's
that's
I
Elsa.
would like to give you guys a little hint. You may want to start mapping this.
Clementine.
Okay, I'll
This
map
is a
it.
dungeon.
Wait, no, I shouldn't map
You
it.
should
I have
not
like the
map
IQ of a 2-year-old in this game.
All
It's a
right.
matter of which person would actually be able to draw this as we draw it.
You mean somebody who's good with maps and trails and knowing where to go?
Hey,
Ranger.
I'm going to give you a couple of extra pieces of
Yeah,
graph paper.
I'm not going to be able to do this because I have the IQ of a 2-year-old.
When it comes to old
You are
school
just
D&D,
inside.
there are
Love graph paper.
I will get you started.
okay. In old school D&D, there are a couple of different jobs. Okay, there's the mapper, there's the caller.
There's a meat shield.
No, listen.
Okay, mapper and caller are the two most important, and then there's logistics. So, and mapper and caller can be logistics if they wish. There's going to be somebody who's going to keep track of everything you find. There's going to be somebody who is going to rally the troops, and so that there's not four to five voices all yelling at the DM, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Because in a dungeon setting, that will get confusing, things will get missed, and problems will occur. Right? And then the mapper is going to keep track of where you guys are so you don't get lost. Okay.
Pieces of paper
Now,
on it, or you just mark.
at the moment, since
Like a
Azra is
star or
first
something, and
in
then
line,
put it someplace
I'm
else,
going to
just so you
say,
know that
let's start off with McKenna being the first caller. All right, so she'll be able to say, okay, we're going to go this way, we're going to go this way, we're going to go this way. Then McKenna, it'll be up to you to have Azra talking to Doris and Clementine and Crash. Hey guys, I've come to this. What do you think? Where should we be going? Is there anything you want to do? Are you going to be checking something? And then so all of you hang on.
I'm just,
Your hand
Let
goes up
him
fast. It goes faster than a
explain.
springboard of a bunny rabbit. It's amazing. All right. So you basically, you guys are going to communicate with each other, and then you're going to communicate with me.
Okay.
All right. This way, I know I have one. Because in a proper module, this is going to be confusing in a hurry if we're all just talking over each other. All right. And then when things get confusing, people start dying, and people start re-rolling characters, okay, or new characters and stuff like that. So let's play it old school. Cool. Everybody on board?
yes.
All right. So, Azra, let me go ahead and fill in what you can see. You guys will be able to fill in 30 to 60 feet at a time because of the light sources and your dark visions and whatever that you have at your disposal. All right. So I will always give you 30 to 60 feet to work with. And then when you enter into rooms and whatnot, I'll be able to say, okay, this is, I can't believe I just lost that map again. It's amazing how good I am at that sort of thing. There it is. There's also one right here as well. This again is closer, so that's why I've been leaning on it. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to mark the map. I will tell you this. This is the only hint I'm going to give you. You are in, right now, the second oldest dungeon ever written for Dungeons and Dragons. It was written by the original creators. It was played under advanced Dungeons and Dragons rules 40 some odd years ago.
Wow.
It's a classic. It's nasty if you let it. Okay, if you're not careful.
So I'm
In
gonna
other words, do not separate too far from each other.
I'm probably gonna end up walking in a different direction.
Well,
Please
Please
do.
don't. Please.
See, that's the nice thing about the fact that you have the priest in front of you and the monk behind you.
Because they'll just
The
slap me
likelihood
if I
of you,
start walking
the
away.
likelihood of you wandering off is going to be a little bit less, unless one of them says you're fine, fucking walk.
I won't do that.
All right.
You have to keep them in line.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be our meat shield.
All right. So.
Just throw me at the enemies.
Exactly.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
I'm a meat shield and a projectile.
Ready to map.
All right. And there is a door. Okay. If you see this, that is a door. Okay. Every so often, I'll replace a box with an S. That means you found a secret door, but you have to roll for that.
Oh.
Sometimes you can very accidentally walk past a secret door. Hence the name. Please be a secret door, please. Be a secret door. Please be a secret door.
Yay! There's another line over here.
You all right?
What do you mean?
Like there's a line that goes down that way.
All right. So, Ezra, as you come around, okay, and your party filters in behind you, this is what you see. You do see a door coming up on your right, and you do see the hallway bending to the left.
It looks like a spiral.
Because it is.
Yeah. All right. So, do we want to go through the door?
Yes.
Open it
Maybe.
first.
I think we should kind of
Kick
like,
it down.
Should we open it slightly and then
we
look
should just
in?
like kind of push it open, hiding behind the door frame.
Kick
and,
it
like,
down.
look in.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
should always
No.
have weapons at the ready because you never know.
Have
what
your
could
like
come out.
mace in hand, but just like
I'll pull
prepared
out my
to swing
bow.
it.
Okay.
Why, Everett? You're not in the front of the thing. If you pulled out your bow, you would shoot someone.
So if I peek around the corner and be like, oh,
You're not first.
All right. So, Ezra,
there's
you
more hallway.
upon the advice of your companions, you pry open the door a little bit, and you look down, and you can see more hallway.
Okay.
Can I pull out my sword, my long sword?
I don't know. Can you
Yes.
try it? See what happens.
I'm going to pull out my long sword.
Shh. Crash is now holding a sword.
Whoa.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Be like,
Oh.
I am the great Crash with the sword. Ends up hitting a lantern in the
Strings
ceiling.
it, pulls his bow over his shoulder, storing it like a proper adventurer would, strapping it against his quiver so it doesn't go wobbling around.
Even though I'm not a
I
proper
do.
adventurer.
I
Okay.
can cast
You
a
get it.
cantrip.
Okay, I want to make sure you have a light source so we can see where we're going.
Yeah, I can cast a cantrip, but I need an object to touch.
All right. What cantrip are you casting?
Light.
Okay. Quite honestly, my personal experience, if I may offer, when I've played a cleric, I'll just put it on the mace and use the mace as a torch.
Yeah, I was thinking about
You know?
putting it on the mace because that might be
Yeah,
easier.
look at that. All right. It's my flashlight, and I can beat you with it. It's a multi-purpose weapon. It's really cool that way. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna cast my cantrip on the mace.
Okay. So you have the lantern that
Yeah,
Crash is
I'm
holding.
just holding a lantern
You
along
have
with
your
a
mace.
sword.
Now, the light spell lasts for how long every time you cast it?
Until the spell ends. Duration is 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, so for about an hour. And then the nice thing about cantrips is you can keep casting it over and over and over again. So we've got a light spell and a lantern,
That I can beat people with.
not necessarily. And are you two doing
It'll
anything
break.
for light at the moment? Or are you just banking it off of the fact that these guys have light sources ahead of you?
I was making it off, but they have it in front
Because
of
you have dark vision.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
dark vision.
I don't know if halflings do. No, they don't. I didn't think
I'm
so.
gonna hand the lantern back to the halfling
Okay.
because she probably can't see good.
Crash
I
is
have dark
offering you the
vision.
lantern.
I take it.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? Hit me over the head with
Okay,
it when I'm not
so
looking?
should we?
No, I just want the light source.
Do we want to go through the door?
I feel like some of us should go and some of us should go the other way because I want to know where everything.
should we
is.
have one person with each light source go each way?
We can send like a group of 2 or 3 each way.
I'll go in the
There's
door.
5 of us, right?
Okay.
So you and Crash can go through the door and the rest of us can continue on.
Okay.
Putting up already. Great.
All right. So Ezra and Crash are stepping out into the hallway then? Which way do you want to go, Ezra? Do you want to go to your left or to your right?
What way do you want to go, Crash?
I'm thinking we go left because whenever you're in a maze, you always stick to the left.
Left-hand rule. The boy's
All
clever.
right.
All right.
Go
So you're
left.
going to step left. And then you guys are going to keep following the spiral? Okay.
Yeah.
So Clementine's coming up to here. Elsa and Doris are going to stay here. Elsa's going to stick behind the Woodland folks. The Woodland twins are going to stick together. That'll just make it easier to keep Jess in play. All right. So what I'm going to do then is slam the door shut, and a stone brick comes down on top of Crash, killing him.
Wait, I'm dead? I'm dead?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It was
Was I just standing in the doorway and a stone brick
It-
just fell on my skull?
It's beyond the unknown, not Tomb of Horrors. There's a difference. All right. So all right. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to have Azra, and I'm going to have Clementine roll 20-siders. It's basically just an initiative so I can keep track of, which team is going to do which at what time.
15.
15.
What is it again?
Just a straight up 20-sided roll.
Oh.
7. Okay, so I'm going to go with Clementine and her gang for a moment or two. All right, so Clementine, as you sort of kind of predicted, it is going to bend around. So you come around with your group like so, and you do see Doris walk through a wall. It's kind of weird. So you do see that coming around. Now, at this point, you can go and make the turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So you come around. And that hooks up.
Okay. So you just took the long way.
Yeah, she's filling in the map. She's making sure she's not missing anything. All right. So with that being said, Azra, you and Crash come up to here and are immediately beset upon by 16 vampires.
What?
What?
I'm now thinking I should have gone with the other group.
All right. That's what you see at the moment. So you can either go back the way you came, or you can go down to that turn and see what's down there.
Let's go down to the turn because I don't want to start walking back when we've already checked. Might as well go adventure.
I was gonna say we should probably wait for the other group if they decide to move.
Yeah, that's a smarter choice. Even though I have a small IQ, I kind of agree with that.
True. Let's move forward then.
Okay, so you're going to come down here. Okay. And as you come around the corridor, you see absolutely nothing.
Wait, so there wasn't 16 vampires?
No.
No, Everett, he's joking.
Yeah.
He would not send 16 vampires on us while we're
Don't
in
say that
second.
because he sent like
Okay.
dozen zombies. at
Okay,
us.
but zombies are zombies.
Well, here's the hierarchy of undead. Zombies and skeletons.
Exactly.
Vampires.
Yes, zombies
In
are
between, there are
Zombies-
other things like whites and shadows and specters and
So
and,
vampires
Zombies are
ghouls.
rotting and
Ghouls are fun.
falling
Ghouls are a lot of
apart.
fun.
So zombies are vampires
zombies
are the
are weak.
strongest?
And vampires.
Actually, zombies are second strongest to liches.
Wait, so the Lich is the strongest?
Of the undead, yeah.
What's like the strongest of like
Vampires.
the
You said zombies were the second strongest.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah.
I'm tired. Zombies are like the second weakest. Zombies and skeletons are at the bottom of the undead hierarchy.
so like vampires are
Vampires,
like the
liches.
rulers of the undead?
Kind of, sort of.
What's a lich?
A lich is a wizard, or in some rare cases, a priest, who is so bent on being immortal that they find a way to kind of set up like essentially a Horcrux. Okay, to make a Harry Potter reference.
Oh,
I don't
And they
remember
call it a
what that is.
phylactery. And they create themselves as an undead spellcaster, and that's how they gain their immortality. And along the way, it tends to make them a little on the nuts side.
So it's basically just Voldemort.
Voldemort, but actually, Voldemort's a bit of a pansy compared to a lich.
It's
So it's more Voldemort times 10.
Yes, with an actual will to destroy. And if a lich decides he wants to take over a boarding school, the lich will just level the damn thing and not try to take over the boarding school.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just making a comment about how I think Voldemort's a pansy.
But what
Yeah,
if Voldemort
he's
got shot
kind
by a
of
rocket launcher?
He would blow up.
I thought they would use like
Yeah.
some protection.
I mean, you got to
factor.
think about it. Voldemort is hanging out at a campfire with
Hey, Everett.
Sauron, Darth Vader, and a couple of other the really iconic bad guys out there, and they're all like, "I could take over a school. Come on."
Shoot a rocket launcher.
I don't have much respect for Voldemort.
I don't either.
It's a bit-
No.
It's a bit of a
He never actually accomplishes anything.
no,
Yeah.
What if you? What
and he
if
can't even find his nose. What the hell?
Yeah,
You know?
like pull out an
Like,
M16.
he
and
possesses
shoot.
a teacher, and he doesn't even think to just start manipulating the students into doing anything, or just start gathering information on Dumbledore.
I wouldn't be attacking a school if I were Voldemort.
I no, you would probably attack the ministry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would go after the ministry and take that down and take over that.
The
All
only
right.
reason Voldemort ever fell was because he believed in the prophecy.
What's the prophecy again? I haven't watched Harry Potter in
All
forever.
right. So anyway, moving on. we're going to circle back because we have about 10 minutes left in our session tonight. So what I want to do is see where you guys get. All right. So at this point, Azra, Crash, you guys see a long hallway ahead of you. You do hear the tromping of boots behind you a little bit, but you're familiar with those sounds at the moment. They're the footsteps of some friends of yours. And I'm going to swing over here to those said friends. Clementine, at this stage, you can come around here. By the time they've gotten to that corner, you're looking down and you do kind of this start to look a little familiar to you.
Okay.
What do
We
you-
continue walking.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Are you going to continue walking or are you going to hold place?
Do you want to continue walking, Crash?
Let's like hold place because like we can hear boots behind us.
Okay.
And we closed the door, so it might be enemies or it might be our friends that got looped around.
True. All right, we'll hold
He's
place.
thinking. All right. So as you guys hold and you look back over your shoulder, you see a light starting to come stronger, and you do see a small halfling with a lantern come around the corner. Okay.
Hi guys. It's like the alien meme that's standing in the doorway.
And the party comes back together again after their first successful splitting of the party.
Woo! Me as the DM's. Ooh,
Yeah.
good idea.
Splitting the party is
Yeah.
always a dangerous topic.
Yes, especially like now in a dungeon since you guys are so low level. Try to stick together.
Now, what you guys did on a tactical level, for me, is my experience as a player. That was clever because what you're just doing is making sure you're filling in the map and you're not missing anything important. But like Tanya was saying, you do want to be very careful about how thin you spread yourselves, because you're not quite ready to go one-on-one with certain things. Going one-on-one, toe-to-toe with certain monsters is just not going to work out well for you.
It'll be like when she fought
That's
like
the zombie in your first time.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
3 zombies all alone.
So.
Attacked from
All right. So at this point, you have 2 choices. You can go back the way you came, or you can press on.
Press
Let's
on.
press on.
Okay.
All right.
Pressing on it is. So that's that. I'm going to just fill in some stuff. And then I'll bring you guys up. Shoot.
Ooh, it's no longer completely a 1-by-1 box world.
Yay.
There's that. Okay, and so by the time you guys come all the way around here, this is what you see.
The door.
Oh, there's a door. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can't really see up that because you're not there yet. So what's happening right now is you're coming up to an intersection. You can continue on straight, or you can take a left turn, or you can go through a door in the south
Do we
wall.
want to go through the door?
Can
first?
Can we check the door to see like what's behind it, like,
So,
or
like,
or peek around
Kind
the
of open
corner?
it. Peek around the corner of the door.
so slightly open the door and peek.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. And who's going to do the actual peeking?
Crouch.
I'll peek because I'm
Okay.
meat shield.
Azra, are you going to move, or are you just going to let him come up on his own?
He can come up on his own.
Okay, so you're going to hold everybody there. You're going to, and Crash is going to come up to the door. Okay. Crash, I would like you to roll a strength check, please.
19.
19. The door, because it's musty down here, it's a little humid, a little moisture because you're underground. It's a little sticky, but not stuck. It's not locked. The door will, you just kind of had to muscle it a
So
little
just
bit.
like a little stuck to the ground. You just gotta like
Yeah.
push.
Yeah, you just give it a bit of a nudge, and you were able to open it up. And let's see what we got here. You have a 60-foot range of sight, so you're going to see that. So you peek your head in, and it looks like more corridor.
Okay.
Did you flip your map so it was going the same direction?
Now-
me figure out how many squares.
I'm gonna.
From the door, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in either direction.
Okay, I'm gonna call back to them and say,
Tell them. Don't.
it's another corridor. I can see about
You can see about 30 feet either way.
I can see 30 feet either way, but I don't see nothing else.
So it's just one big hallway. There's no turns or anything.
Nope. And then when you're standing here at the doorway, you can see that there's a corridor that goes. We'll just call this north-south. So.
Do we want to continue
Because
through
the
the door,
corridors come to
or do we want to
compass
go?
on the
I
map.
think we
Yeah,
should
I can do that. Thank you
continue
for asking.
doing-
Is that the right direction?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, yeah,
Keep going.
it is.
Keep going.
So we're gonna say
That's
north.
We should go down this
South.
hallway.
I want to continue doing the.
Towards you guys, at this end of the table is north.
Okay, let's. I want to like check out what's that like.
I
Okay,
want to continue doing the swirl thing.
Yeah.
yeah, but can we like try and like peek around the corner over there to see if it like opens up into a bigger room or it's just another hallway?
I don't feel comfortable yet going in there because we've got this big corridor over here, and that's just another hallway. So we have no idea where that there could be more twists and turns. And while she's making a map, I don't feel comfortable just going in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we should.
Remember to keep talking to each other. This is good conversation.
So we don't know if it's like a thing, but it might like. I think it might like open up into another part over here where it might just like loop around.
But we don't quite know that, so I think we should continue going around. And if we find another door and it does loop around, we can enter that one. But I think we should keep continuing the way we've been going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from what I'm understanding, you want to try to get an outside and then fill in the middle,
Mm.
rather than
Yeah.
try to weave your way around.
Um,
Because Abby's saying that she wants to continue going down this way and then turn rather than turning here. Sorry, my hands in the.
Which, like, what? Since we're underneath the house, like, which way is the house sitting?
The lab would be here, and then the residential part of the house would be here.
So it's extended outside of the house now.
Okay.
You're definitely well under the house.
All right. Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, remember when he had the pen?
Yeah, the pen was around over here if we're talking in terms of the house
Yeah.
being.
Yeah, the
So I would
stable, the pen where the dead,
Yeah.
the undead wolves. Yeah, exactly
So
where.
knowing that
exactly
information,
where
if
Abby
the
was
pen
saying.
was here, then there's probably something under the pen. So I feel we should continue making an outline of everything.
yeah, I think we should do that as well.
Because we don't.
But like, we should probably just like go down a little bit in this to see if it like ends up in a turn, or we could like go back later. But if it isn't a turn, we'll just go back and check out that other area.
House in the back. Pick a direction. Why don't you?
I don't.
Let's
quite-
do a vote. Let's do a vote.
Who wants to continue the way we're doing? I want to.
I want to, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm just like
Yeah.
putting out
and then
options
if
out
we
there.
go that way.
All right. So is the vote going, Ezra?
Yeah.
Are we going this way then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Crash reluctantly ducks his head back in from the doorway, and Ezra comes around in front of him. Everybody fills in behind.
This is probably the loudest that Elsa will ever be. 'Cause she's not here.
She's an underground druid right now. She's a druid who's underground right now.
Right,
She
that's
is
why she's
not
like-
comfortable.
Pick a direction.
She can't feel trees at the moment. She's a little unhappy. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so then. Azra, as you come to the bend, you're able to look north about 20 feet and you see a door in the western wall.
Do we want to go through the door?
Yeah, because it might
Do the
like
same
open
thing
up
then?
into a bigger room that's in like there.
All right. We'll peek through the door.
I think I might have misdrawn something. Give me just a second here to look. I did. Excuse me. Let me correct this one moment.
Is the hallway one thing longer?
No, it's one thing shorter. My bad.
I just got a text message from Tyler as you're fixing that. Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door. Yay!
I was hoping for a secret door.
See, this is why you always write your maps in pencil too, because the DM sometimes misses a point. All right. So let me fix that. There we go. There we go. That's much. I knew it looked weird. I was like, wait, that doesn't look right.
How often have you mapped this one?
Over the past 30 years of playing, I've done this one 5 times. 3 times as a player, twice as a DM.
This is supposed to be my dungeon.
Do you want to sit here?
It's supposed to be my dungeon. I can pick up next time.
Well, we're coming up on a spot where you might be able to have a couple more 2 cents in.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
it is 8:33, so.
We'll just finish off with this little exchange. All right, so Ezra, are you coming up to this door?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to think.
Hesitation over there.
Yeah.
Am I making you nervous?
I mean,
Hello?
it's a random door at the end of the hallway.
Yeah.
And what are we
Anybody
doing with
can
said door?
Can we slightly open it?
Break it
Sure.
down.
No, I'm not like
You
you.
are horrible with being subtle.
Okay.
Just to let you know, Everett, if you're banging on doors and things like that, it
You
gives
might
the
alert-
monsters behind the door
Chances to get ready.
prepare. But if you're a little more stealthy, now granted you are a fighter, so you just go crashing in there, but
Yeah, that's why my name is Crash.
right, but you might just want to kind of hold off every so often
know.
just to
Okay.
possibly
It's up to that corner.
You have reached your first major description. This long and narrow room apparently served as some kind of auditorium or meeting area. There are 10 overturned wooden benches scattered around the room, each approximately 15 feet in length. A large stone slab at the north end of the room serves as a sort of stage rising 10 inches off the floor to accommodate any speakers and place them in full view of the assemblage. On the north wall, are 4 decorative cloth banners of red, green, blue, and yellow. Although once attractive, they are now deteriorated and rotting. There is one other feature in this room. In the middle, right around here, seems to be a fairly sizable humanoid figure
Oh.
laying kind of haphazardly over a couple of the benches. Draped kind of like backwards.
I'm gonna guess
One
it's
arm
a
is sticking up
body.
over here, as it's laying up against a.
For the zombies
a-
with the necromancer man.
Okay.
They were either,
but it's just laying there inert at the moment.
Can I shoot it?
Can
What?
you?
I don't know. Can you?
No.
Yes.
Don't-
I
Please,
can.
Hold
can
on,
you?
hold
Can
on.
you?
Okay.
Can we just
consult?
So
this is where you
right now-
the caller.
First of all, like I said, Azra's the caller. Secondly, you don't even see it crash because of where you're standing. You can't see what Azra sees at the moment. Azra is the one who sees everything because she's got the light spell on her mace.
Okay.
So whatever you tell them what you're seeing, and you so choose.
All right. So there's a few row of benches that are all thrown over the place, all overturned, and there's banners that are deteriorating and rotting, and there's a stage that's made of stone, and there is a guy laying on some of the benches that isn't moving.
Lovely. I'm gonna shoot it.
So considering the gray is around back, this hermit, he was either friends with these people and ended up killing them, or he's a part of a group of people who are killing people and turning them into zombies, a group of necromancers or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot it.
You
Don't
can't.
shoot it. Don't
Again,
shoot.
he explained this. You cannot see.
I'm gonna run in there and shoot it.
No.
No.
We should think about
Okay,
it.
Crash is
remember.
trying to get past you at this point.
Push him
And
down.
he's got his bow out, and he's trying to muscle past you. What do you do?
Grab the
Push
bow.
him. Push him.
Okay, I would like you to roll a strength check, athletics.
This is gonna go terrible. Oh no.
Realize my whole strength is 16
Of course.
plus
Of course.
and I have a
You
plus
said
4.
Yes,
athletics.
athletics.
I got a 5, so that's
Okay,
more
I'd
than
like you to
pull
roll
him
an
back?
athletics check. Hang on just a second. Hang on, one thing at a time. We're going to do this properly.
23.
Okay.
Okay.
So Crash is trying to muscle past you at the moment. Do you guys say anything to him?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say?
You fool. What the hell are you doing? Can I just pull his clothes back and try and pull him back?
Roll a athletics check.
A 10.
I have a 23.
You
You
have a
have to roll
23 against her, but now what are you going? You have to roll again because somebody else is trying to hold you back.
10 plus 14.
All right. Just barely slips out of your grasp at this point. All right. So, Crash, you now enter the room, and you see the debris. You see you see the banners. You see the benches all tipped over. You see this guy's not moving. This figure in the middle of the floor is just kind of like laying there, like one arm is sticking up, but only because it's leaning up against a bench. He doesn't look like it's actually animate at the moment. It's just laying there.
Is he not moving at all? Like
Not
there's
moving.
no chest.
Not even
rising?
moving it.
No
No
breathing?
chest rising at all. No, nothing's moving at the moment.
So,
I mean, it could be a zombie, so I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, roll.
at this point, I want to leave him to die.
14.
Okay. Your arrow glances off of it and goes skittering across the floor.
Oh.
And it does not flinch. It does not move. It does not
Oh,
react
Okay,
to
so
your
he did.
attack.
So I like
Definitely
touch
dead.
the armor on its like shoulder pad.
No, you kind of like shot the bow and you shot your arrow and it went kind of skittering across its chest and went
So
flying.
like my tip didn't hit it, but like the body of the arrow did.
Right.
Is the dude wearing armor?
You really can't tell from where you are standing at the moment.
Oh, I was gonna ask, could we do like a medical check? Or can we,
Sure. So you're going to approach the figure?
Does anyone like what is? Can I ask what everyone's medicine is?
Well, here's the thing: is that's
knowledge
kind of
of
You
like
can ask our experience in the
Oh,
field.
yeah, you
of
can
medicine.
exactly. Great, Abby. Thank you very much for that. That's a great way to
Yeah.
describe it.
How is everyone's experience in medicine or?
I have
medicals?
0 experience.
And I'm okay at it. I got
I
like
have a plus
a
0.
little bit of experience.
A little
I know.
first aid action. Yeah, you know some basics.
I got a plus 0.
Yeah. Well, then you
Yeah,
would basically say you're not trained in it.
Okay.
I don't know nothing.
You don't know
Well,
anything.
okay, I have a plus 2.
Yeah.
So you would
got,
have a
like,
little bit of
first
experience
aid.
with it.
Yeah,
A
a
little bit of
little bit.
experience.
So
She
consider
knows
like
how to
a plus
save
1,
somebody
plus
that's
2
choking.
at first, second level.
You know first
you would
aid.
say you know some good first aid skills.
If he has like plus 2, he would. If he has a 0, then he
Mhm.
would like. He has never
I'd be
taken
like,
care of
Right.
treated
Oh,
or-
I might have put a band-aid on something.
Yeah, he's,
That's about
he
it.
knows
yeah.
he knows when it's cut. You wrap something around it, and that's about it. You're not sure
Yeah,
If
about
I
the
see a
treatment.
don't know
liquid,
how
I
to-
just put a
Okay,
band-aid on it.
so in the interest of time, since we're running out of time for this session, you've made your question, and a couple of your companions said, "Yeah, we're fairly, we got some skills. We know."
Clementine, do you want to check if he has if he's alive or not?
Yeah, sure.
So Clementine enters into the room, and I'm going to just use random figure here at this point. So don't read too far into it, but you got a random figure here, okay? And so the first thing you notice, I would like you to roll a medicine check.
$15.
Nice. The very first thing you notice is that, yes, this is a humanoid creature. It's tall. You figure if you were standing up, he'd maybe about as tall as I am, about 6'4", 6'5". But he's laying down. The other thing you notice is he's not human. It looks almost built.
Frankenstein.
He's not flesh.
No,
He's
it's rock.
wood and steel.
a puppet.
I would like you to roll an Arcana check, and as you're describing it to Azra and Doris, I'd like you two to roll Arcana checks as well.
Wait, aren't I in the room? So can't I do
Go ahead.
So I run an arcane.
I'm going to have you roll a history check.
I got a 14.
I got 11.
I got a minus
14,
0. I got a
11.
minus. I got a 7 and a -1, so 6.
Okay, so this is nothing's cluing in for you at the moment. 8. Okay. So Everett and Ariana, Crash and
I'm
Doris,
just clueless.
this is escaping you, but you have heard of something very rare, but they exist. They're usually in standing armies, but they're called Warforged. And they are essentially the D&D version of robots.
Whoa.
Okay,
Cool.
they're automatons, but they are given living essence. But this one right now seems to be completely inert.
So like,
What do you do?
Try
You know that they have
an on
an organic kind of component to them. You know that Warforged can be healed.
Oh,
So
should I try healing it?
I would try.
Well, here's the problem. I'm already out of. Wait, no, I have 1 spell left, so I could.
Yeah, I would try it.
Okay. What do I roll again?
Okay, you're gonna for a cure wounds or healing,
Healing
words.
words.
D4 plus your wisdom save.
That's the small triangle one?
Yep, exactly. That's the pyramid one.
I got a 2.
Okay.
And then
2
my,
plus your wisdom bonus.
I believe that was a 5.
5. Your wisdom bonus is +3?
Mhm.
Okay, so 5. So you look over this inert creature and you whisper your word of healing, and you hear this, and you start seeing this kind of like trail of cyan light blue light kind of trace through some of the creases and the plates in the chest, and all of a sudden the eyes snap open.
I just realized we don't know if he's hostile or not, and we might have just made
Can you do me a favor, McKenna? Get up from that chair and switch to this one. Move that chair over a little bit closer to Ariana. Tanya,
Yes.
can you take the DM's chair, please?
Oh,
Because I'm joining the party.
Oh my god, it's you!
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
The eyes snap open, and it slowly starts to look around, and there's a little bit of a grinding noise as the head starts to turn. He looks at you. Designation.
What? What? Huh?
What is your designation?
What's designation mean?
Yes, can I get a vocab check? I know what designation is.
Designation would be like robot speak, your number or your name.
Name.
What's your name?
Identity.
Oh,
Identity. What's your designation?
Azura?
Ezra. Skill set, Ezra.
Magic and mace.
Mace and magic?
Sound like a
Magic
carpenter.
type,
Mason.
Divine.
healer.
Yes.
Noted. Start to sit up slowly. I am Gideon.
Hello.
I totally
Gideon.
didn't try and shoot you.
You did not shoot me.
You failed.
I failed to shoot you.
Excuse him. He's kind of idiotic.
I tried to shoot you with my Walmart bow.
Designation, idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
That
My
is
name
his
is
name,
Crash.
Ezra,
Yes.
idiot.
My name is my designation.
Small one.
I'm Clementine.
Halfling.
Yeah.
Of the Shires?
I have no clue.
Gideon.
Yes.
My name is not idiot. My designation is Crash.
Ignore him. He has some memory loss. He's forgotten his own name.
I do not have.
Tiefling. Sits up a little bit further. Looks around. Where am I?
You are in a dungeon that we found you in.
We found you
Yeah.
here. You were kind of unconscious.
I totally did
Closest
try and shoot you.
Domestic location.
You're under a shack, kind
Your
of.
shack.
The love. No, just kidding.
It
It really was not the love shack. Based on all the.
Regional
Who knows?
location.
There may be some hearts in it.
Let's say Western.
Yeah. Well, like,
I am very far away from home.
Where's your home?
Aventus.
Can I make you mine?
Where's that?
The kingdom on the eastern shores.
Write this down, please.
Can I make you my bodyguard? Because I'm the meat shield, and
Whoa,
I need
hold
a
on.
bodyguard as a meat shield.
No. Ignore idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's
Thank you.
My name is Crash.
Crash Clementine.
What kingdom did you say you were from?
Where I'm from? Aventus. Aventis.
On the eastern.
Wow, it's
shore?
some advanced
Eastern,
AI.
eastern shore of the continent. You guys all know Aventus is the kingdom that oversees most of the region that you live in. Willowglade is like a little rural village to a county, to a small, duchy that answers to it. Aventus is like Great Britain and you guys would be kind of like the Isle of Man type of a thing, one of the suburb, kind of regional areas off of that. You are essentially citizens of Aventus, the kingdom.
Gideon.
He's telling you that he's
Hold on.
directly from the city itself.
Okay.
Okay,
So what was your purpose in the city? What did you do?
guardsman,
Who did you guard?
the king.
How high is your AI advanced?
Oh my god! He has a living essence, even though he's made of wood and steel.
What year did you guard the king?
1234 Aventus Reckoning. It's 1373.
Oh, okay.
So he's 100 years. He's been
In
100
our-
some
for
odd
a
years.
while.
in it for a while.
Oh,
Was that the only thing you did there?
That's what our purpose was.
the king is dead.
What when the king died? What do you last remember?
I don't remember.
Anything?
Programming missing.
It's missing.
You're an AI bot.
Need to be restored. Need to be returned.
Do you know how to
do we-
restore you?
Returned.
Which
We return
direction
you
is
to the kingdom?
Aventus?
We return you to the kingdom.
Yes.
Do you remember exactly how you
Oh,
get to the kingdom?
we were waiting if you would have our daughter come out.
Okay. And you know what? We'll carry on
perfect
this
time, though.
conversation in a couple
Hello,
of weeks.
Mr. AI.
Oh.
Which direction is Aventus?
I have no bearing at this time to understand that. I will travel with you.
You have no tact.
I was gonna ask you what level of AI he has.
Very well.
He's not an AI, Everett.
He's an artificial intelligence. He's
No,
made out of wood
Here's the
and
thing.
steel.
Crash has never heard of the term artificial intelligence. Everett
Never
has,
heard of it.
but
Yeah.
Crash is not.
Okay.
Which is why I've been ignoring you saying AI because he doesn't know what that means either.
Wow.
He's not an artificial intelligence as far as he's concerned. He's a warforged.
So we have a Captain America on our hands. Great.
No, you have a nice Ultron.
So a super
A nice.
machine.
Oh, I like nice
Oh.
Ultron.
Yeah,
I
because there's no
like
guy in the suit. There's no living creature in he is the living.
We will see people in a couple weeks. We're not sure when our next gaming session will be.
Where do I put this?
There is a little